saw Ghana Navy Band with a brief closing ceremony before the finals of this competition between Nigeria and then Burkina Faso. Their mission was simple: to come and present the tournament's trophy to the president of the WAFU Zone B, who is also president of the host nation, Ghana's Football Association, Ket Eos Okreku. So there you see the glittering, beautiful trophy up for grabs. Nigeria up against Burkina Faso.
Yes, two teams who have demonstrated that they've been the two of the best in the tournament are going to fight for this one and a place to be champions. Couple of minutes, this place will be rocking with it. Burkina Faso, Nigeria.
It's been an eventful competition. We had a very colorful and impressive opening ceremony where the masqueraders came out to give us an exciting display here. And then at the closing ceremony, we have the armed forces also providing us with a Navy band, who has given us wonderful experience before the finals between Nigeria and then Burkina Faso. Credit to the local organizing committee and the marketing department of the host nation, the Ghana Football Association, for putting up such a beautiful showpiece, one that football fans here would always remember. It's been a wonderful spectacle here in Cape Coast. So we'll go for a break. In a couple of minutes, we'll be right back for the finals between Nigeria and Burkina Faso.
That's what is happening from the Cape Coast Stadium. The team have brought us, in fact, the closing ceremony, quite a short one, but of course a very colorful one. And the trophy presented, of course, for who will win it. Nigeria versus Burkina Faso, who will be gunning for who wins the trophy for the WAFU Zone B Championship. Nigeria have an unblemished record, and Burkina Faso themselves ensuring that they beat the Starlets to qualify for the final of the WAFU Zone B Championship. But then Coach is still here. Coach, it's been a wonderful event. I mean, wonderful competition from the start to the finish. I think the local organizing committee need to be commended for the work they've done.
Oh, of course, they've done a very good job. I mean, if you watch the opening ceremony and now the closing ceremony, it's been very good. The trophy looks very good, and I wish Ghana were playing the finals, but unfortunately, we were the third position. But on the whole, I think that it's been very good. The organization has been very good. I mean, the players have exhibited something good. I mean, the Nigerians, the Burkinabes, the Beninese, the Togolese, and the Ivorians. Of course, Ghana, it is something that the fans too also went to the stadium to make it very colorful, and it's been good. It's been very good. I am looking forward for the final game, which is about an hour to kick off. So, but the committee has done very, very well. I mean, playing on this surface, look at the kind of number of matches that were played on and all that. So for me, I think that it's been very good from day one up to today that the game is ending. It has been very good. So Animado and his group, I mean, I think that they've done a good job. Right. And let's congratulate the teams that also came to participate, and the rest of the teams, as I said, who came to participate. They've done very well.
Of course, it's been a beautiful tournament, lots of talent on display. I think the organizers have done a good job. I mean, I'm happy about one thing. In the past, we used to see a bit more of grown-ups playing this under 17, but this time you can see that these players really match the age order, and that is one thing I'm happy about. Lots of talent on display. We've seen good football. We've seen some star players that in the next 3 to 4 years, I mean, Kate will be talking about them, especially on the African continent. They might be the next Mohamed Salah, the next Sadio Mane, the next Thomas Partey. I mean, lot of quality. This is what we should encourage. I mean, Ghana should be going for more of such this tournament because it's been a brilliant one. I would want us to go on and host other tournaments.
Fantastic. And here are excerpts of what happened in the third place game. But then, Coach, I would want to take your thoughts on this, especially because you have unearthed a lot of talents from time past. Which players caught your eyes? And if you could be a prophet, how many of these players you see out here can you predict that could be ones that we should look out for in the near future?
Of course, the top scorer from the Ivorian side.
No. I mean for Ghana. I mean the Black
this is
Stars.
the tournament that I think that let's also mention some players because we have scouts out there.
Yeah.
We see the Italians gurus out there, and I'm sure they'll be pushing him or probably they'll be pushing for him. I mean, talk of the Ghana side, of course. I mean, Andrews Appiah has shown that given the opportunity and proper training and guidance, he will live up to expectation. I'm sure he'll be good. You talk of Razak, the chap who scored the final goal, that Dreams FC boy. He's a typical number 9, and I think that.
And I love his finish.
Of course,
the finish.
When he's been given the proper training, as I've said about Andrews Appiah, he also be good. And you talk of Pius Dua. In our game against Togo, he scored, and today he started. He was also the target man for. It's not bad. I mean, Abdul Rashid Adams, the chap who scored the penalty, the equalizer for Ghana. I believe that
started as a centre back
and
then the full back.
Today he was playing as a left wing back. So he should tell you that he's more or less a multifunctional player. But I think that when he moves to the centre back position, and you got natural left-footed players are being scouted for today as a centre back, and he's young, and if proper guidance is
and the fact that he is multifunctional, he has a lot of facets to his game, could be a plus for him.
Yes, and I also like Rufai Muhammad, the chap who captained the team, the tall centre back. I also like him. You see, they are young. They need to go through a lot of training regimes with proper training facilities, and I'm sure that, as the coach said, you see, if we are nurturing, or probably we are developing these boys, we need to give them proper training, a series of friendly matches, and that is where you get them grow gradually to become good players. I remember the national under 12 at that time when ACN, George Yamwa, Asokwa Badu were playing.
How was it done? How were they gradually moved and graduated?
They were in school,
to,
and they were in school, and they were camped. They were playing series of friendly matches. We saw them at the Accra Sports Stadium, and at that time, Michael ACN was playing as a centre back.
Okay.
At that young, but because of his the attributes of Michael Essien, he was moved to the offensive role position. He can play as a proper DM, I mean a pivot, how we call it today. We also saw George Yamwa exploits with Kumasi Asante Kotoko as a speedster. At that time, George Yamwa was playing as a false 9. He was playing as a number 9 at that time, at age 12. And they were nurtured very well, and at the end of the day, most of them became...
And tell me about this young chap. I mean, I received a message, and
Apokun from Atram Division.
And he has quite an interesting name.
Of course.
And so,
You see, when everywhere Atram player goes...
Mutala, I would want you to do a bit of work on him for me. So let Coach
everywhere
finish.
Atram player goes, you see Atram closer to the player. You saw him in the dressing room when the FA president went to visit him. This is one player that
Looks very young.
I'm told that he'll be going for trials in France, and he is very young. You could clearly see from his facial expressions that he's very, very, very young. I mean, the last 2 matches that he came from the bench, he showed some glimpse of somebody who has got the talent and is being given the opportunity to exploit. And today, he started the game and he had a very perfect goal. Look, watch his first control before using the left foot to strike. I think that these boys are very young, but as I've said, we have a lot of quality out there that will compete with these guys, and that will give us a proper under 17, under 18. Pakwesi himself have said it. they are going to add a lot of players to these boys so that they'll be able to prepare towards the next U20, because at the end of the day, they cannot play the U17 again. But I believe that I believe that when the authorities go through them, you see, when they are given more friendly matches to play, that is if they are being camped. And if they are not camped, what do? You monitor them from their various clubs, like the ones in Dreams FC. I'm sure they will be playing the junior side of Dreams FC. There are matches that they are being played. How are they faring? Their progression and all that. You monitor them from their various clubs. So anytime there is no league competition going on or an FA organized competition, quickly you just call them to camp, and that is where you have the coaches out there, and then you have a lot of. You see, it's good to know that the U20 that went to Niger, they went to France, and now they are under the care of Samuel Boadu and Jacob Nete in Pram Pram, and they are preparing for a tournament in Spain. At the end of the day, probably one or two may come out successful to play for the U23 or maybe the senior national team. So I believe that proper training.
And I'm sure when they go for this tournament, they may be scouted by some of the scouts there.
Yeah.
But then
Tamale City striker who went with the team to Niger, I'm told that he's in Portugal now.
Fantastic.
So for me,
but then Murtala will come in pretty shortly. But the man we've been talking about won the Man of the Match award, and he's been speaking after winning that award. Let's listen to him.
How do you take the victory and the fact that Ghana has finished third in the tournament?
We thank God for how far He's brought us. You know, it wasn't an easy game, but we limited our mistakes. And in the first half, you can see we were down. And when we came into the second half, we came all out. And by the grace of God, we won.
Yeah, and talk us through your goal that you scored. You took the first touch, and the second touch was brilliant for the finish.
I saw my lateral making the run, so something was pushing me that I should go forward. This can be a goal for me, and I entered the box, and he made the cross, and the ball came to me, and I made the first touch, and I played inside.
Indeed, and you are the fans' favorite. When you warm up, they cheer you. When you touch the ball, they cheer you. And when you scored, the place was bouncing. What do you have to say to the fans and all Ghanaians who have been supporting the team?
Oh, I thank all of them. I thank them from their support. I thank them.
So that's the man of the match there, Richard Akokum from the Atram Divisa Academy. I'm really hoping that he plays in the Ghana Premier League and gives us something to cheer about.
Of course.
Because
I love his confidence as well. I mean, the way he's able to express himself, this is what you want to see. It's not only about being on the pitch and doing the business. Sometimes you should be able to express yourself for people to also hear you. I mean, this is one player that I remember, I think the first game against Nigeria, he came on and many people did not really give him a dog's chance to survive. Many said that his physique and everything meant that he wasn't really cut out for this one. Then in the second game, yes, the game against Burkina Faso, when Yakubu Adams went off, he came in and he showed glimpses of quality. Today he was brilliant for the team. That goal that he scored, he intelligently controlled the ball with his right foot. And the control did everything because he set him up on a half volley. If we can roll this one here, when the ball came to him, he controlled it in the way that the ball actually was set up in a half volley. And it made it easier for him to hit it with the left foot. That was intelligent play from him there. Control the ball on a half volley, bounced, and he set up very well. He saw the goalkeeper. He had already seen the position of the goalkeeper, so it was easier for him to just hit the ball with a weaker left foot into the other side. He was brilliant today. He dictated play in the absence of Yakubu Adams. He was able to string passes to the likes of Edria up front there. I think that he has a bright future. He plays for Atram Divisi. We heard in the commentary position that he was going to have a tryout at PSV in Holland. So let's wait and see. I mean, Atram has developed several talents. Recently, we saw the likes of Ashikwe, Samuel Ashikwe, yes, playing for the under-20. So trust Atram to bring out the best from Apoku.
Right, and so here were some of the positives for it.
The chap Andries Appiah.
Yeah.
You see, I feel the coaches need to give him a different role on the field of play.
Why?
You see, he's got a skill, he's got a pace, and he's very intelligent. So playing him wide and it does not help. I suggest they play.
You would want him to be played in a more creative role, like in the number 10?
Not
more centrally?
No, not more centrally. Like, he can be on the flanks, but as a decoy.
Okay.
You understand? Look at the structure of Clifford Abuaji.
Abuaji.
Very intelligent, and when you watch him play, this boy takes on defenders.
Yeah.
This Apia, he plays for Park Academy. He takes on defenders. He's one player who created a lot of
So he
set
brings
pieces
a lot
for-
of defenders on
he
himself.
created a lot of free kick for the Ghana team in this tournament. So why don't you play him in a position whereby the free kicks will be in your favor, in your advantage, because he can commit defenders with the ball. And this we realized from this tournament that the defenders that came were just flat.
Yeah.
But on the flanks, anytime he takes them on, they foul him, or probably the ball just go across the line for a goal kick. And one or two that he sends the cross in, ends up being at the back of the net, up the Ghana's third goal. If they can let us have it. You saw how he turned and just sent the lob in for Razak to knock the ball at the back of the net. So I believe that.
Okay, so
and
that's
yes,
the
and then
third
this
goal.
is it. Just watch where he's coming from.
Yeah.
You see, and I'm happy.
Very intelligent.
Very intelligent. He improvised in this particular game that we just witnessed. You can if you can let it flow. You just watch his control. Just watch it. He damaged the player and he wanted to commit the defender. And what? He watched his player before sending the ball.
That's
Very
brilliant.
excellent and intelligent play
That's
from
brilliant.
Andrews Apia. So I believe that with proper training, with
And I'm
proper
sure
guidance,
these are
and
some of the things we
with
need
good
in our game
facilities. Look,
to
in future,
the libero.
in the next U20, I will not be surprised this boy will be one of the key players to represent Ghana.
Wow. So that's Andrews Apia, save the name. Andrews Apia, the way he picks up the ball. And probably just that he is quite wasteful, but maybe he has a lot of time to
That
learn.
is where coaching. That is what coach is talking about. That he needs to be given a new role where, even though he's
So that's he lifts
yeah.
his head. Okay,
And,
so
and,
the
and,
control.
and that is a very good techniques that he had. Look, he watched before sending the ball. He didn't send the ball before watching. And he had the target right. If he had not watched, he must probably have sent the ball beyond Razak.
And coach, from where he was standing, there was no business for him to cross that ball. I mean, the Ivorian defenders didn't even think twice that he was going to cross that ball
because
They didn't have
because
the-
before this kick,
yeah.
he has already taken them on several times.
So they thought he was going to do the same thing.
Of course.
Yeah.
But he improvised by
He intelligently sent it to
of
the
course.
far
And
post.
this is not the first time. And for me,
But
I'm
then,
happy.
let's take a look at the defensive frailties of our team. I mean, we had a lot of, we conceded a lot of goals. And that's as a result of the players probably not paying attention to our opponents. And Murtala, I want you to give us a clearer picture of why
course.
our team has gone on to concede so many goals
That
in the
is
tournament.
one issue that we've had with our centre backs, the likes of Rafiu and Awe, as bulky, if I can use that word, as huge as they are. Sometimes you expect them to be able to even deal with some balls in the air, but they fail to do that. And on the turf, they are a bit slow. They sometimes give the opponents options to actually attack them when they are with the ball, especially. And they are not really good in passing from the back. In this particular game, there's something I have witnessed from the Ivorians throughout this tournament. They are unable to deal with the long balls. So you usually hit them from the back. But the likes of Awe, the likes of Rafiu are not really good on the ball. They commit on several occasions where they have the ball between themselves and the opponents where they don't know what to do. They are a bit slow, they are lethargic, they are flat. And that is what they need to work on. The physique, all right, perfect. As you said earlier, they are very perfect for defending. But what they need to work on is their technique, how to defend. There is an art of defending. It is not just about sliding and clearing the ball and just raising your hands because the crowd will cheer you. There's an art of defending. Sometimes you don't need to go dirty before you can be able to properly defend. You need that art of defending. That is where the coaching comes in. I believe they are young, so sometimes in that breath of being young, sometimes you want
get
to
to
go
make
wild.
mistakes.
You tend to make mistakes. So maybe with time and as they keep grooming them, as the FA president has said, that their development must continue. There are some players in there that we should not do away with. We need to build
But
on them.
who the defense? Who were some of your standout performers?
I mean, the left back,
performances.
Abdul Rashid, was good. I think Awe was good at a point. And Collins Ajimai, the right back, the captain who got injured against Burkina Faso. Though he committed that penalty, he was one of the strong players in that back line. I mean, all of them make these petty mistakes, and you understand them. These are under 17 players. I mean, you don't expect them to sometimes play above their age. That is why when you see
talking about the petty mistakes, this is one of them. I mean, coach was livid in the studio.
Of course, Diamond sliding.
And Lawrence too. Lawrence was angry.
He just went through like they didn't exist, like there was no defense there. And you don't allow such goals when you are playing such a tournament. That is why they need to. The art of defending is what is lacking, because the physique is right. That it is just left for the act of defending. Parkwesi Fabian needs to work really well on these boys.
Wow. So that was the equalizer there on the 72nd minute for the. But coach, you were angry. I don't know why you were angry. Was it something you saw that we didn't see?
No, you see, Diamandi has been one player. When he moves to the left side, he's dangerous. He moves to the right side, he's dangerous. He takes them on ease without our players being. They just look on.
So if for instance you are coaching these boys,
my beef was that if Director can go back where he took the ball from, if they can go back for us, Director, if he can go back and let's start from where he picked the ball.
Right, yeah,
Diamandi pick the ball. If they can, you go back. Just go back a little. All right, let's pause it here. Watch the captain, Rufai Mohammed, with this number 11, and then watch Richard Awer. Awer. You watch them. Both of them have their eyes on Diamandi, and watch the striker who eventually had the goal. Look at his position. Clearly poor defending, because the left back Rashid was trying to close on Diamandi, but look at the feet where Diamandi had the ball. He had the ball on his feet, very skillful, and he decided to take the defender on, which he did, whilst Richard also closed him down and just let it move, and then you clearly see that our two centre backs lack communication. That let it move. Just what he took him on, so they shouldn't have even allowed him to get into the box. He got into the box. Now the center, Richard wanted to avoid a contact.
Yeah.
So he allowed him to go beyond him again. And now look at the position of the captain, because he allowed the player who eventually scored a goal. When he saw him at the first time, the player was continuing moving to the space without the ball. And just watch the cross from Diamandi. It was just a simple flick. And the ball was at the back of the net. That was my beef. Because you have three players and one player was taking them on one after the other. So what stops them from closing him down, sending him to the direction where he will not have any difficulty in terms of our goal area? The principle of defending, these boys lack them. And as Mumutara said, there's a lot of work to be done. I mean, they have the talent, but there are so many things that need to be done. Because he said 2 weeks, 3 days, they need to put up this team. Of course, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. And then I believe that as the team progresses in probably moving forward, maybe in the U20, that is if they qualify to be in the U20, I'm sure they'll do a very good job. But for me, very, very poor defending from our boys.
Kati, I always say that most of us have been in this situation before, where we've played host football, we've been through some academy system before. It is sometimes you have the talent, but you do not know the techniques that are involved in being on the pitch. Everybody hails you that you know
and
how
these
to
things
play
are
football.
taught.
They are taught. They are actually a doctrine. They are imbibed in the player. It is something that you instill in the player, and usually it is done at the formative years. You don't let the player pass a certain stage before you inculcate some of these things into them. So a lot of things have to be done. A lot of things have to change about Ghana football in general, especially the grassroots.
And comes back to something I've been talking about a lot of times, about how scientific football has become, and the fact that the more intelligent you are, the more you are able to read games,
of course,
and do very well. And I feel that is one of the being of even the Ghana Premier League players.
Of course.
If they were able to add a bit of education to their raw talent, maybe they could rise to the highest level.
I remember my former PE teacher at Aquinas, Samuel Suka. He will tell you that if you're not intelligent, you can't play Suka. He will tell you if you're not
the referee.
Yes.
So be specific.
Yeah, the referee Samuel Suka. He was my PE teacher. He will tell you that if you're not intelligent, you can't play football. And it was something that I was a bit debating. But as time went on, I saw that, yes, you need that intelligence to be on the field. Even how to calculate. Sometimes you even weigh the ball. That if I play the ball in a certain way, it should land in a certain way. You calculate. Even when you are tackling a player, sometimes you go with the space and say, okay, if I make 1, 2, 3 steps, I'll get here before him. So it deals with intelligence, but it doesn't have to be something that you develop overnight. It's something that has to be done through your formative years. They need to teach you. It is an act. I mean, the coach is here. He knows it. At this stage, this is where you teach the children or the kids what to do. I'm calling them kids because it's under 70. You teach them what to do on the field. They don't grow beyond this stage. So development is very key. We need to go back to the grassroots and develop our players.
Yeah, we have a lot of work to do. Lawrence is saying something. I don't want to repeat it here, but then, no. I'm not thinking, yeah, Lawrence is your manager, but I'm not saying it. You'll be playing as under 17 next season.
No. I've retired. I'm now sitting in front of the camera and doing it. When they should play, we'll talk about it.
All right, so we are building up to the game between Nigeria and Burkina Faso, but then we are going for a short commercial break. We'll be back and then do the discussions.
It's an AC revolution. It's the TCL Smart AC series. Oh yes, the ultra-silent TCL Smart AC cools without air and responds to your voice. Control your AC without a remote thanks to its Wi-Fi function on your phone. It does not only cool, but provides heating for those cold nights with an effective self-cleaning function. The TCL Smart AC is energy efficient with 3-star energy rating that saves you up to 60% on your energy consumption compared to regular air conditioners. The TCL Smart AC comes with R410 refrigerant and a 3-year warranty. Available in all TCL showrooms and online at store.tclghana.com. Call us on 0596 913 298, 0596 913 320, or 0202 698 398. TCL, the creative life.
Tell me all your secrets. Fill me in on your wildest moments. Colored trees, your yellow leaves move me. Dancing moves, your painted red shakes the room. Let me know when I get closer, open up the sky for me. When I get there, I'll know the answer. Let me know when I get closer.
Are you ready to take your
Ghana, get ready to win big with only one Ghana Cedis. Lucky Win is the biggest online casino in Ghana with lots of options for you to win big. Bosu Wankasa. With only one Ghana Cedi, you stand a chance of winning a cash prize of 1 million Ghana Cedis paid instantly into your mobile money wallet. In addition, you win for yourself smartphones, curved TVs, laptops, TCL air conditioners, and many more. So register for free today with a valid mobile phone phone number on www.luckywin.com.ga and also download the Lucky Win app.
Know it's lucky, lucky win. It's lucky win. Oh, it's lucky win.
It's week 7, the Deluxe Professional Boxing League, your ultimate Saturday night entertainment package. The most exciting juvenile boxers in the country will be on the undercard. The most ferocious punchers and knockout specialists will be in action. Your favorite crooners will be on song. KK Fosu, come early and be seated by 8 p.m. Catch all the action live at the Bukom Boxing Arena. The Deluxe Professional Boxing League is sponsored by Deluxe Paints, Paints Move Champion, powered by Renault, and supported by TCL, Techno, Max Buy, and IMAX Electronics. The Deluxe Professional Boxing League, Fight Night 7. It's live and exclusive to Max TV.
Max TV, sports, entertainment, and more.
Welcome back from that break, and we are now building up and focusing our lenses on the match. That's the long-awaited final between Nigeria and Burkina Faso. Very incredible game, of course, but the stats and figures shows that these two teams are evenly matched. But then I do have my guests here, and they are going to do due diligence to the final match. Let me start with you, Mutala. It's a huge game by all standards. Both teams have distinguished themselves, and it looks like as a final that all of us have been expecting, if you like.
Of course, these are the only two teams in this competition that I feel are at par in terms of strength and in terms of performance. I mean, the very day Nigeria landed in Ghana and we spoke to Coach Ubadi, he didn't even talk about the fact that they are looking to qualify for the AFCON proper in Algeria. He said they are here to win. He said that is the aim of Nigeria because the under-20 side won the Wafu B Championship in Niger. So they want to replicate that. The pressure is on them now, so they have to win. And that is what they've come in here to do. Burkina Faso, throughout the group phase, has given everybody that sense that they are also in for this. I mean, they've played one of the best footballs you can ever see. I mean, the game that caught the eye of many was that one they came from behind to beat Cote d'Ivoire by 4-2. It was brilliant from them. But Nigeria looked to be a little bit ahead of them in terms of their organization on the pitch, in terms of how they defend. That is what I have been really, really impressed about this Nigerian side, how they defend. And they utilize their set pieces very, very well. We've seen a lot of free kicks being scored in this tournament. And one man has 3 from them. That is Emmanuel Michael. Not just him. You look at the back of Nigeria. They defend very, very well. In the middle, they have the likes of Sadat, who are very composed on the ball. And up front, I mean, they're a delight to watch. There's too little negativity that you can pinpoint from in this Nigerian team. So it is going to be a very good game. I mean, Burkina Faso know they are just one step from winning this one. They are not just going to play it easy for Nigeria to win.
All right, on your screen is the last match that Nigeria, in fact, came back from behind to be able to qualify for the final. And, Coach, the resilience of this Nigerian team and the fact that they're able to take advantage of every situation they get, especially in terms of set pieces, is quite remarkable for these young Nigerians.
Well, they are taking every advantage of the situations that they found themselves in. They are very aggressive. They play power football. They run. And for me, I think that they are all around a team. as Mutala said, they don't give chances. Even when they are down, you could clearly see that they play as if they are on top. And they came into this competition with one motive and one mind. That look, let's go in, let's make sure that we win every game that we play, and at the end of the day, we will take the trophy. And that is exactly what the Nigerians have done so far to this finals. For me, I foresee a very difficult game in the finals. The Burkinabés are very calm.
Oh.
The Burkinabés are very calm. They build attack from defense through the midfield, then they go wide. Will the Nigerians be able to sustain that? But Nigerians normally goes through the middle, and they also normally use the wide areas. But this is a team that, when it comes to power football, you cannot compare. Definitely, the Burkinabés are very strong, but their height, for me, is very good. But the Nigerians put the ball on the turf. The Burkinabés also put the ball on the turf. But which team will be able to have that character, that kind of winning mentality among the two? Obviously, is the Nigerians. The Burkinabés lost one game, and if you clearly cast your mind back and see how they played even against Ghana, it tells you how the Nigerians are going to be on them. But matches between both countries are different ball game together, because one, in terms of physique, they are there. In terms of strength, they are there. In terms of pace, you give it to the Nigerians, not the Burkinabés. But skills, this Burkinabé side have a lot of skills. A lot of skills. And anytime they go wide and the ball comes into the box, that is where they make very good use of their height. So will the Nigerians allow them to do that or not? I can't wait to see this game.
Right, and the fact that both of these countries have played against the Starlets and beaten them. And in fact, the last match played was Burkina Faso against the Starlets, and they did their best not to concede any goals, which means defensively the Burkinabés are quite strong and firm. But Nigeria have been free scoring in the tournament.
Of course, and you look at the performance of the two teams against the Starlets and Nigeria's tour. One would say that it was the first game for the Starlets, so maybe a slow start. They built momentum going into that Burkina Faso game. But there was one thing that Starlets did that I'm sure Nigeria's coach Ubadi will take the video and watch critically, is that the Starlets were able to stop the danger man of Burkina Faso. That is Kamara. They did a very good job on him, because he's the player that has all the tricks and flicks. If you don't mark him very well, he will either win a penalty for his side, a free kick in and around the 18-yard, or cut in onto his left and score. They did a very good job on him. He actually destabilized the Burkinabe team. But with the Nigerian team, sometimes you can't pinpoint one player that you are going to mark. I mean, in the middle, they have the likes of Ebube, who have the eye for passes. I mean, he has been threaded passes through to the likes of Yede to score up front. Delight comes from the bench. He comes and scores. Sadat in the middle. I mean, the Nigerian team is an all-round team where it tends me to believe that, I mean, Nigeria are the biggest exporters of talent in Africa. And
but you clearly have, you just know their population.
Of course.
So of course. So for me,
they're able to select from a pool of talent. And if they are to say that, yes, these are the result, the form guide of Nigeria going into the finals there. Look at the games they've won. They're beating Ghana by 4 goals to 2.
In 3 matches, they've scored as many as 10 goals.
Of course, because they get the goals from all over the pitch, not just the strikers. They don't rely on the likes of Ede just for the goals, the likes of Delight just for the goals. The likes of Ebube have been chipping in goals. The likes of Emmanuel Michaels, the left back, who has won man of the match on 3 occasions. 3 different games, he's won man of the match there. So it's an all-round team. They play beautiful football by coming up against the Stallions, who are also physical, very, very physical, because I think that the Nigerians have that advantage as well. They are very strong. They are not huge and bulky, but they are very strong. But the Burkinabés are strong as well. It is going to be one of the best games of this tournament.
And the difference between Nigeria and Burkina Faso is that Burkina Faso have had the honor of playing more games than Nigeria, getting into the final. And of course, they've won all their matches so far, scoring as many as 9 goals in the 4 matches, and conceding just about 5 in the process. I think so. They've conceded about 5 goals in that process. And so you look at Burkina Faso, and it looks like they are more prepared. They've had the opportunity to play more matches than Nigeria, and so gives them the mental toughness.
I think they've considered 4 goals.
4 goals.
They've
yeah.
considered 4 goals. Nigeria have also considered 4 goals. But Nigeria have scored 1 goal more.
So that should tell you that both teams have issues at their back. And they also have potent players up front. Of course, the Nigerian players are all over scoring like nobody's business. And the Burkinabes, in terms of defense, they make mistakes, they concede, but they quickly come back to do. Although they've played a game more than the Nigerians, it clearly tells you that, look, they are into this finals much prepared than the Nigerians. But for Nigerians, the 3 games that they've played, they've been aggressive throughout. And I'm sorry, they are taking the cue from their seniors, that is their U20 team that went to Niger to do the job over there. But I believe, you see, the aggressiveness of the Nigerians is putting a lot of pressure on the Burkinabes. The Burkinabes do not play a lot of pressure game. They build from defense, midfield, and attack. And then when they get to the midfield and the final third, and they find a lot of issues, that is where they go wide. But for the Nigerians, they go with power, either from the middle or from the wide areas. And when you watch them play, you see, they have more players in attack, and they have more players behind the ball when they lose possession. So we are definitely going to see a very good game. It is our own referee Nunu, who is going to handle this game, and I'm sure he's going to give us a very good officiating, and we are going to see a very good.
Right, we're still counting down to the final of the Wafu Zone B Championship. Do remember that the show is proudly brought to you by Dole Yogurt, and then we do have Airtel Tigo. Tugu Meso Reloaded is on, and then of course TCL is also strongly behind us. We're going for a short break. We'll be back to do more of the discussions ahead of the game.
It's great when you come home late and have dinner sorted by Glovo. Hundreds of restaurants to choose from, easy ordering and fast delivery. Download Glovo, order food, groceries, or anything you want. We'll deliver.
Mama Chelsea. Fe.
Different era, better result. Time has changed and time has brought Kel Choco toothpaste, healthy gums, anti-cavity, fresher breath, and it whitens teeth. Kel Choco toothpaste, Sankofa.
Yenchi, Kel Choco toothpaste.
Happy smile.
Hey, try. Men try cry. And you paint biaka can you differ down no. Says Yadie, yin na jatum say, way top coat, and a yin na yepe. And Nija Sankasia Cranny say, and she'll be bread to me fro. Ne Francis wa, a jina diagina, a painty wider space. Ain't men yin in Sioni who be a timmy cover still. Colors no so dear, shark pop baby. Top coat, a bama yingina. Top coat, Udium pepe.
See, you gotta have a smile, no matter what it takes. Then you gotta take perk down. Love the way it tastes. Feel the perky buzz from your toes to your face. You gotta take perk down, perky it today. Say oh, 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 oh.
your day with Perk Milk Shortcake Biscuit.
Perk biscuits today.
All right, welcome back, and we are building up to the game between Nigeria and Burkina Faso. The lineups are ready, and Nigeria's young Eagles are ready with their lineup ahead of the game. And so in post, they do have Odo there, and then Lawali is playing at the right back. Ongo is there, Olaleke is there, and then Emmanuel Michael is also at the back. And then Oye Banjo is there, Mbata is there, Okiri is also in the middle. Leading the line, they do have Aziz Williams, who is the captain of the side, and Abdullahi also in the number 8 shirt in the starting lineup for Nigeria, going with a 4-3-3 formation with Induka Ugbadi being the coach of the side. And coach, you have seen the starting lineup. Looks like Nigeria are not relenting in their efforts to bombard the Burkinabes with a lot of attack.
Yeah, you see, the 4-3-3 that you see on the screen now, they have one player, Okere, who sits just behind the 3 attackers, and he also sits in front of the 2 pivots. So anytime they have a second ball, the chap with the 17 shirt called Okere is going to be the main person. I'm sure he has got drives. That is why they are playing him there. And you see the Mbata and, of course, the Oyarino. These are 2 players. The 4 shirt and the 12 shirt are going to be the pivot. They are really going to make sure that the Burkinabes will not have a lot of movement within that area. So for me, ahead of this game, the Nigerian setup that we see on the screen is all attacking. And I'm sure that they want to attack and make sure that they finish the game in the first half. Probably that is how the coach has been able to put this kind of system out there. The 2 pivots will make sure that they will shield their 2 center backs. That is the JC number 6 and 15. So that the 3 players up front will put pressure on the back 4 of the Burkinabes so that they will not support their wingers. The moment they're able to do that, the player JC number 17 is going to be the key player within that area. And I'm sure that the Nigerians have a plan for the Burkinabes.
Right, and Mutala, you look at this lineup, and it's quite deceptive if you are to go by the exact thing we see on the board.
4-3-3, and the only change that Coach Ugbadi has made there is Kiri Iyede, the striker that I talked about, because Precious William, the captain, is the one playing as the main striker there. Emmanuel Michael obviously would keep his position, the left back, who has been whipping in some beautiful free kicks there. But the danger man for that Nigerian team has to be Okere Ebube in that middle. He is just behind the 3 up front. I mean, he is the one that thread passes through together. Already people are labeling him the Black Cesc Fabregas. I mean, he is very intelligent when he's on the ball. You don't allow him time on the ball. One thing that I know the Ivorian coach will tell his teammates, don't commit fouls in and around the penalty area because they have a set piece taker who is that dangerous in the person of Emmanuel Michael. It's an all-attacking lineup. Right. Nigeria are just in to win this one.
We have done a bit about Nigeria. Now let's move on to the other side. I'm talking about Burkina Faso. Their lineup is also ready, and we do have Traore in post, also Bamba playing at the right back, and Kampori and Yamogo playing in the middle with Lankwande playing at the left back. They do have Ouattara as a captain, number 5 man, sitting in as the pivot. And then we do have Kamara and Ouattara being the creative forces in the lineup with Ouedraogo and then Bouma and then Kamara flanking the number 9 man, whom I earlier mentioned, Ouedraogo, also going with a similar formation as Nigeria's. Coach.
You see, they're also having a 4-3-3 on the screen. But in this case, they don't have 2 pivots. They have 1 pivot. You see the clear difference here. The Nigerians are having 2 pivots with 1 player in front of them, and the same player sits behind the 3 players up front. So either on the left or on the right, the Nigerians are good to go. But the Burkinabes are having one player, that is Ouattara, that is the captain for the side, who wears the jersey number 5, sitting in front of the back for as a pivot. So it means that he has a lot of work to do. And the two players that are very offensive, that is Kamara and Ouattara, who wears 8 jersey, are also players that are going to support the 3 players up front. So that should tell you clearly that they are going to put a lot of more players in the attacking third of the Nigerians. And the Nigerians are going to have more players within their own half. That is the middle of the field. So more or less, the Nigerians may have dominance over the Burkinabes in terms of the midfield play. But when they are able to enter the third half of the Nigerians, that is where the Burkinabes will be very strong, with the player jersey number 8 and number 10. Because probably the jersey number 11 and 7, Kamara, are the players that they normally use when they go the wide areas. And we've seen them in their matches that they play against the Togolese, against Ghana and all that. We've seen them that. So probably they've also studied the Nigerians that, look, when you allow them to go through and take control, they are going to defeat us, or they are going to give us problems. So I foresee a tactical game from both coaches. Right. And you know one thing, the Nigerian coach, 2013, he was the assistant coach for their U20 team when they went to the World Cup. At that time, Yapreko and Bobo were also in Turkey with Ghana, and he has been there all this while. So you ask yourself, with Ghana, where are our coaches?
Right, makes for an interesting fixture there. But a very familiar name on the bench is Emian Christ. Emian Christ there. But Mutala, from what Burkina Faso have brought on board, do you think they will be able to, withstand the force that Nigeria will be coming up?
What I've seen in this tournament is more of a midfield battle. So I'm a bit surprised that Burkina are committing more men forward rather than the midfield, where Nigeria's biggest strength is. I mean, you look at this Nigerian team, yes, you may not find weaknesses in there, but their biggest strength lies in that midfield, where the likes of Ebube are doing things. So for the Ivorian, for the Burkinabe coach to commit more men forward, I am a bit surprised. But when they are in possession, they would outnumber Nigeria at the back. That is where the likes of Olakeke and Ogo would have to double up very well. The likes of William Emmanuel Michaels would not have to go forward a lot because Burkina Faso would have more men forward. But the middle pack is where the action would be. If Nigeria gets hold of the midfield, Burkina Faso are finished. But if Burkina are on the ball and they are able to move the ball into the wide areas, especially there are 2 cameras in the Burkinabe team. The one with the 7 jersey, he has been causing damage to teams there. He has this sweet left foot. He likes to cut onto the left foot and sends a ball into that wide area, especially into the penalty area. It's going to be a very pretty attacking game. Both teams would like to get ahead very early. And whoever scores first might unsettle the other. But I have seen Nigeria conceding in this tournament first, and they are not unsettled.
Right, on your screen is the arrival of both of these players who have distinguished themselves so far and have arrived in the final of the WAFU Zone B Championship, Nigeria versus Burkina Faso. But I realize that a lot of Nigerians are watching on our Facebook page, and the match is streaming live on our Facebook page, Max TV. You go and look for Max TV on Facebook, and you'll be able to watch the match live there. And it's also streaming on our YouTube page as well. And so here's the warm-up of the players, very focused. And I mean, for you, coach, you look at the faces of these Nigerians, and it looks like they know what they are about. They are looking for something, and they are getting
and that is the danger man there.
The danger man there.
You see, when you look at them, just watch players when they are warming up. They will clearly give you the signs of what they are going to do on the field of play when eventually the game starts. And when you watch their warm-up, they are going to put a lot of pressure on the Burkinabes when the game starts. Watch the Burkinabes. You see how they are warming up? That is how they play their game. They build slowly into the game. But Nigerians just kickstart with a lot of pressure. And that is how you could clearly see from these 2 teams warming up. The Nigerians are being aggressive in terms of their warming up. They will come out from the tunnel and they will be like that. Watch the Burkinabes as if there's nothing at stake. But look, they are mentally okay. They are ready for this game. And when they start to build attack from the defense, you clearly see that, look, this is a team that knows what it's about. we are definitely going to see a very good finals, and I think that the Waffle has lived up to expectation.
All right. So I'm seeing a lot of Nigerians watching the game on our Facebook. They are very interested. Joe Izichi is there. He and then a lot of Nigerians are on our Facebook page, Max TV, and you can also join in the feed and watch the final of the Waffle Zone B Championship. It's ready, and the final is ready. Let's join the guys at the Cape Coast Stadium for the final of the Waffle Zone B and the 17 AFCON qualifiers between Nigeria and Burkina Faso.
Some officials of the Nigerian team in the VIP stands at the stadium in Cape Coast. On the other side, you can find Burkinabe officials as well.
It's on a day like this that you need your best players to step it up. You need your best performance, the best performance in the competition to give you one final performance for this trophy. Because if your best players don't step up, that is a worry.
Nigeria have had some decent players. They've really had some game-changing players in this competition. But that one man who will stand out for the Nigerians will be Emmanuel Michael, the set-piece specialist, the man who has made converting from the free kick easy in this competition. And for Burkina Faso, it will be the man in the number 7, Cisse, that a lot of people will be watching out for to produce those kind of performances that he's exhibited in the last few games.
He's been brilliant. Both of them have been. And Emmanuel Michael, the man in number 3 for Nigeria, has just been brilliant. Soumani Kamara on the other end has also just been phenomenal. And the interesting thing is today, they come up against each other on the same wing. Two of the best players in each of the teams are going to match up.
The rival of the two teams onto the pitch here at the Cape Coast Stadium is Nigeria versus Burkina Faso. Waffle Zone B Under 17 Championship Cape Coast 2022 is coming to an end today. Time for the national anthem of Burkina Faso, and this time it will be the Navy Band of the Ghana Armed Forces to give us the national anthem. That's the national anthem of Burkina Faso ahead of the finals here in Cape Coast. It's time for the national anthem of Nigeria. National anthems of two teams done. Stages set. For the big kickoff, it's now time for toss of coin. Two captains, Farouk Ouattara and Precious Williams, have gone for the toss. Time for pre-match photo formality. Julian Nunu, the Ghanaian referee, is a centre man. He's assisted by Roland Adi, and then Togolese Komla Domenyo Adiwocho. That's the lineup of the Nigerians. No changes to the team that won against Cote d'Ivoire by 3-1. Same lineup up front: Aziz, Williams, and Abubakar Abdullahi Idris, who scored in the last game in attack for the Nigerians.
Yeah, it's the same shape, the same team. The team that got the job done in the semi-final quite comfortably against Cote d'Ivoire. So the manager has trusted his team to go in and produce the goods again. But be careful, keep an eye on Precious Williams, the man in the number 7. He's very mobile.
Two changes to the Burkina team that beat Ghana. Suleiman Aliou is out for Farouz Ouadraogo. Abubakar Kamara's place is taken by Apollinaire Bougma, and Brahima Traore, trusting in most of his charges who have done the job for him in the last games.
Yeah, again. I mean, no surprise that Bougma started, because he started all the games but the semi-final. So it's like for like change. No difference when he plays ahead of Abubakar Kamara. You know, the difference then would be how he's going to use Ouadraogo, because Ouadraogo is a very, true centre forward who goes down the middle. But when he plays Aliou, Aliou loves to drift and draw further close to the opponent's half and pick the ball. So Ouadraogo today is going to be sticking close to his man.
Nigeria in their traditional colors of green and white. Green shorts, white and green tops, white dominating their tops. And Burkina Faso, green tops, white shorts. Nigeria kicks off this game here in Cape Coast. Clearance from Lankwande. Here is Mbata. There's a first foul of the evening.
Yeah, the fact that Nigeria is playing as the home side or the first team hasn't probably helped the color combinations. Otherwise, Nigeria could have been in that away strip, which is light green.
Here is Ouadraogo. He goes down just on the edge of the box. Early free kick for Burkina Faso.
Yeah, Ouadraogo here, right on his bike. Once he realizes that Oyebanjo's header is a bad one, goes past the defender. I think it's Olalike. Olalike brings him down. It's actually, I think it's lucky that the referee's not producing the card for that, because I think Ouadraogo is clear of him. If Ouadraogo is clear of him, then that is a goal scoring opportunity.
Free kick for
the card comes.
Burkina, so that's a yellow card. Referee Julian Nunu, spot on. So it's just under 2 minutes and Nigeria have one of their centre backs, Jeremiah Olaleke, on the yellow card.
Yeah.
He's in trouble. He is in trouble.
Because he's going to come up against some of the pace already seen from Ouadraogo. Kamara is one of them and Bougma is another. But more importantly, the free kick is in a position where Kamara can actually score from. He's already scored once from a set piece in this competition, and you won't put it past him to dispatch another one.
Free kick for Burkina Faso. It is the danger man, Osman Kamara, who steps up. 4 goals already. Osman Kamara from Vitus FC in Ouagadougou lines up for this free kick. Is 2 minutes. Julian Nunu whistles. Kamara steps up. Kamara delivers. Brilliant save from Udo, the Nigerian goalie. It's a corner.
Yeah, Kamara whips the ball over the wall, but not into the counters enough, so Udo can fly and apply the hand to the save. And the technique of the save is the brilliant one, because if he tries to go with his right hand, he's not going to reach it. So he stretches the left hand to give him a longer reach to apply the save. It's a good save.
It is Kamara to take the corner again. He whips it in, and this time it falls to the Nigerian goalie, Richard Odo. Jubril Aziz falls down. Free kick is a throw into Burkina Faso.
Yeah, that's the corner that is coming into the box again. Nigeria not really dealing with it. It comes off their own man. Is the captain, Precious Williamson. It's lucky enough that when the ball bounced off him, it went straight to his goalkeeper. It could have fallen anywhere. When you're defending set pieces, you want to be sure of a firm contact for a clearance.
Clearance by Ogo, Ouattara, Ouedraogo. Emmanuel Michael has missed, and here comes Ouattara. Here's the danger man, Cisse. Kamara, he's lost possession, and there's a clearance from Campari.
Yeah. Campari stepping across to deal with the threat. He's been a brilliant player throughout this competition. Check Campari, one of the players who has been a star of this competition. Not many things gets past him.
Kamara to check Kamara. He goes down. Emmanuel Michael bringing down the Burkinabe number 10. Check Kamara.
When he's on his day, he makes this team thick, because he's the one who is receiving the ball from the midfield and setting attackers on. That is why Ouattara has to keep an eye on him.
Clearance from Miracle Ogo. Abdullah Idris loses possession to Ouattara. Here comes the captain, Farouk, who goes back to Yamiogo. Now Campari is balling, headed down by Emmanuel Michael. Williams has lost possession. That's lovely footwork from Emmanuel Michael. Puts one through for Abdullah Idris. Campari will take no chances. Throw in Nigeria.
And that will be the thing here, because, you know, Bamba loves to overlap. Campari has to be drawing close to that side to cut out the threat that will be behind them, because Emmanuel Michael would like to overlap. Abubakar Idris would also like to overlap. Campari has a big day at hand.
Here is Lawali. His effort has gone wide and out for a goal kick. Lawali, the Nigerian right back.
Yeah, thrown into the box. Not cleared wide and firm by the Burkinabe defense. Lawali arrives, but on the volley, he's not catching it sweetly, so he just canned it.
Lawali loses the aerial challenge to Ouedraogo, but there is Miracle Ogo there to tidy up for Nigeria. Ball is cleared away from Bugma. Ouattara returns it. It's cleared by Miracle Ogo. Emmanuel Michael. Yamiogo's clearance goes out for a throw into Nigeria. Bugma heads down, the throw from Lawali. Poor touch from Jubril Aziz.
I think Burkina Faso in a few minutes are a bit more settled and assured with the passing than Nigeria.
But here comes Nigeria. Different ideas now. Here is Jubril Aziz, lovely footwork. He's got Lawali on his right. He wins a throw-in for Nigeria. Yaya Lawale is throwing, headed down by Ouattara. And Okere is trying the volley, and it goes out for a goal kick.
Yeah. Ebubu Okere is on the edge of the box, as you'd expect him to be most of the time. He just picks up a very interesting position, anticipating where the ball could drop. Once he controls with the chest, unfortunately for him, it's not dropping fast enough, so he has to meet the ball halfway, and it's too high for him to, you know, keep the effort on target or low.
Mbata's ball, he's looking for Jubril Aziz. Yamiogo. Decision in favor of Nigeria. Ball looked to have crossed the line before Yamiogo did the clearance. It's Nigeria now. Idris. Abubakar Abdullah Idris with a left-footed drive, going outside for a goal kick.
Yeah, this is why these are the two of the best teams in the competition. Both of them going for it. Abubakar Idris has been picked by his captain right on the edge of the box. His first start takes the ball backwards a bit, but he still has space to get a shot away. Gets it away, but it's just off target.
Oyebanjo, he's lost it to Sheikh Kamara, but referee Julian Nuno whistles for a foul against Nigeria's Oyebanjo.
I think he's actually saying that there's a foul on Oyebanjo by Sheikh Kamara instead. It's good to see fans enjoying themselves in this final. It's been a massively successful tournament, and credit to WAFU officials and the LOC especially for putting this amazing tournament together. Incidents free. One more to go.
Corner for Nigeria. Ebube Okere. Okere swings in the corner. No trouble in Burkina Faso. Kamara cleverly allows the ball to roll over for a goal kick.
Yeah, the ball is swept into the near side. It's flicked by Precious Williams, hoping that somebody arrives once it's been flicked across the goal. But the winger or the forward, Kamara, does well with the way he sees the ball over the line.
Here's Abubakar Abdullah Idris trying to put one through for Williams, but it falls to Kamara. So calm and composed, skillful, purposeful. Ouedraogo. Nigeria take over possession, but it's Ouedraogo trying to shoot from that distance. Effort is blocked, is a throw-in. 10 minutes. Nigeria 0, Burkina Faso 0. Long ball for Sheikh Kamara. First touch on his chest, letting him down.
Yeah, look at him again, picking an intelligent spot. Sheikh Kamara realizes there's space behind Lawali, so he's picking it up. He's only let down by that control with the chest. Couldn't just control the ball to drop it close to the leg. The tone of the game has been set. Intensity is high, great pace to it, end to end.
Lawali. Idris. Lawali. Here is Okere Ebube. Good control. Pass is poor, it's cleared away. The foul against Nigeria's Idris.
Yeah, I think it's what Haruna Ouattara, who's brought down by Idris. Yeah, the 2 number 8s.
Here is Jubril Aziz. He's up against Yamiogo. Is a corner. Ball had crossed the line before Yamiogo was desperately trying to keep it out. Corner for Nigeria. It's the Waffle Zone B Under-17 Championship Finals in Ghana. It's Nigeria 0, Burkina Faso 0. Corner for Nigeria. The boys to take the corner have scored 3 goals from the free kick. He whips one in and is dealt to it at the near post by Bugma. Here is Lawali. Lawali sends a decent cross and is well defended by the Burkina Faso right back, Bamba.
And that was a great whip on the ball into the far side. The corner into the near side is not the best. But once Lawali, the right back, arrives, sets himself up and whips it into the far post. It's actually on the plate for his man if Bamba doesn't deal with it. Bamba deals with it and it's well cleared.
Here is Precious Williams. Ball is cleared by Ouattara. Yamiogo's header back. Here is Okere Ebube. Lovely footwork from Ebube. He's fouled and Bamba will certainly get a yellow card as a poor challenge from Bamba. Yellow card for the Burkina Faso right back.
Yeah,
Bamba.
Okere again finding space. And once it gets around Aruna Ouattara, you know that Burkina Faso are in trouble. Then Bamba dives into the challenge and misses the ball, catches his man. Apart from the yellow card, now it's a free kick. Osman Kamara outside the stand for Burkina Faso. Goalkeeper saved it. And now that man, Emmanuel Michael, will have his chance and turn to test Isadure Touare.
Free kick for Nigeria as we approach the first quarter of an hour mark of the game.
Yeah, it will be important for Burkina Faso to realize that Nigeria are going to set 2 dummy walls in front of the Burkina Bay wall. That wall is surely going to break right at the time that Emmanuel Michael is going to take the free kick. But the Burkina Faso wall needs to stand firm. If the ball goes through, that is on target.
Asselim Bata and then Jubril Aziz. Are the ones who have lined up. Ebube Okere, Emmanuel Michael. Emmanuel Michael, this time he's unlucky. The ward does their job well. There's an attempted overhead kick in that box by Idris. Decision in favor of Burkina Faso.
Yeah, the wall did his job. You know, the Nigerian wall broke, and they are hoping that confuses the Burkina Bay wall, then the ball can go through. That means that the goalkeeper sees it late, but the wall did his job. Stood firm and blocked the effort. The overhead kick is coming in, but it's a dangerous one because, yeah, there's the head coming in across as well to just stop it from Yamiogo.
Here's Precious Williams for Nigeria. Emmanuel Michael with a cross. And here's Idris. Idris, his effort is blocked by Campari. It is Precious Williams, allows it to roll over. It's a corner kick for Nigeria.
Nigeria with the momentum now. They are piling the pressure on Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso resisted. Precious Williams have drifted wide, and Idris has come narrow and come to the striking role. Shifts the ball to his left and gets the effort away. Well blocked by the defenders, Campari. Precious Williams is happy to have the corner.
Ebube Okere. Okere's corner. Headed down by Jubril Aziz. Lawali's effort. Not the best, it goes out, is a goal kick.
Yeah, the first real sustained pressure from either side is coming from Nigeria. The last 5 minutes they've been in the half of Burkina Faso, but Burkina Faso will be happy to have repelled Nigeria so far. They will be happy to see Emmanuel Michael's free kick bounce off the wall as well. It means that they are passing some of the tests.
It's 15 minutes exactly here in Cape Coast. The Waffle Zone B Under-17 tournament in Ghana. It's Nigeria 0, Burkina Faso 0. Yamiogo's clearance. Here is Mbata. It's Campari against Idris, but Yamiogo steps up and clears the danger. Nigeria were in the finals last year against Cote d'Ivoire. They lost by 3-2. They don't want to be in this place and leave with a silver medal for the second time running in just about 12 months.
Yeah. see why they play Yamiogo today, because they're going to go long Burkina Faso, and he's the one that has got the ability to win those aerial duels. He wins it this time, but it was not legitimate.
Here is Precious Williams, the Nigerian captain, is up against Campari. Lovely footwork, trying to get to Okere. Here's Imbata, his effort is deflected. Ball is cleared away by Kamara. But it's Nigeria who are putting the pressure on Burkina Faso. Here is Lawali. Now Aziz hangs on to possession, but Burkina will take over now. Kamara can't go past his man. Nigeria will get the decision their way. Free kick Nigeria.
Yeah, it is the pressure from Nigeria that is suffocating Burkina Faso at the moment. You know, there's so much pressure coming from all angles. They've got about two bodies pressing one ball when they lose it, so it's suffocating Burkina Faso. They can't get out of their own half.
Lawali's delivery onto the head of Ouattara. It's Emmanuel Michaels who have popped up at the left-hand side, and that cross meant for Idris nearly causing problems for Burkina Faso.
Yeah, the initial ball wasn't great, but the ball then to Michael and his run and the timing of it was brilliant. I think a better touch takes him inward, but that touch then takes the ball away and it's almost into the woodwork. I think maybe Sadu Ouattara even got a toe to it, to toe poke the ball onto the woodwork. Burkina Faso are beginning to leave those spaces in those wide areas that Nigeria can enjoy.
Here is Ouattara. Impressive. Good effort from Apollinaire Bougma.
Yeah, and you always have a sense that when Burkina Faso want to threaten, they go down the wide area where Cameroon and Bougma are. They swap wings and Bougma checks onto his left. We know he's very left-footed as much as he is right-footed, so he can play on the left, he can play on the right. So once he checked onto his left, he unleashed the effort. Odo was on hand to apply the save.
Here is Okere. Last touch from Cheikh Kamara. Throw in Nigeria. Here is Emmanuel Michael. Bougma heads it away again for a throw into Nigeria. Miraculogo. Now here's Yaya Lawali. Long ball looking for Idris, headed down by Campari. And Kwande has lost it. It's cleared by Ouattara, only as far as Ogo. Now here comes Ouattara. Effort is blocked by Imbata. Precious Williams is fouled by Ouattara. Free kick as Aruna Ouattara brings down the Nigerian captain.
Yeah, you're thinking Precious Williams is going to be the one leading the attack, but because he's so intelligent and is able to play across the front three, he has the ability to draw into areas that, you know, defenders are not comfortable committing themselves into.
It's 20 minutes in Cape Coast. Nigeria 0, Burkina Faso 0. The finals of the WAFU B Under-17 tournament. Is a foul from Oyebanjo on Cheikh Kamara.
Yeah, that's a good foul to take for Burkina Faso at the moment, because they need to find a way to get out of the half, and this one is the way. Long ball over the top to the opponent's half.
Heavy touch from Kamara. Here is Cheikh Kamara. Now Lankwande, Kamara. Heavy touch from him, and Lankwande can't keep it in. Yamiogo fouls Jubril Aziz. Free kick against Burkina Faso.
Yeah, I think Aziz gets there first, and to be fair, Yamiogo is trying to win the ball as well, but he just clutches into his man as he gets the head to the ball.
Lawal's foot headed down by Lankwande. Here is Miracle Ogo. Good ball to find Emmanuel Michael. Michael whips in a cross, and it's a beautiful goal. Nigeria are up by 1-0. Abubakar Abdullah Idris. Wonderful cross from Emmanuel Michael, and a pinpoint header from Abubakar Abdullah Idris, and the Golden Eagles are up by 1-0. Brilliant goal.
Yeah, that's the word. It's a brilliant goal. It's a really brilliant goal. It is. And the ball gets to Michael some way, somehow. But you think, again, they've done what they can to clear their lines. But Nigeria straight away are right back at them. And Michael is the one who picks the ball. And whips a delightful ball right into the path of Idris. There is no way in a million years it's missing that. It's on the plate. It's a pitch of a cross. It's an absolute pitch. Puts it right on his head. And all he has to do, Idris, is apply the header.
Here's Okere Ebube, and Bamba clears the danger. Nigeria now have the momentum, confidence high. The lead 1-0. Emmanuel Michael trying to find his captain, Precious Williams. He goes down from the challenge of Ouattara. Free kick Nigeria.
Burkina Faso can't breathe. Burkina Faso just can't escape the pressure. They just can't get away from the torment of Nigeria at the moment. And the Eaglets are flying.
The goal from Abubakar Abdullah Idris, who plays for Jega United in Nigeria, separating the Eaglets, the Golden Eagles, from the Baby Stallions. It is Nigeria 1, Burkina Faso 0. This tournament has never been short of excitement. It's been from day one till the last day. It is Ebube Okere and Emmanuel Michael planning to execute. Look at the steps they are taking. Emmanuel Michael, the wall does his job again, and Bugma clears it out, and it's a corner for Nigeria.
And the wall needs to keep doing his job, because if that goes through or over the wall, it's right on target, and now the goalkeeper has to deal with it. But the wall is big, it's tall, and it does his job. And Michael now has to take a corner kick because that has been deflected to the corner.
Corner for Nigeria. Emmanuel Michael to the near post, headed down by Bugma. Finally cleared by the Burkinabe. And here is Cheikh Kamara. Heavy touch from the Burkina Faso number 10. Throw in Nigeria.
Yeah, again, the starting position of the Nigerian midfield is brilliant. They are so locked onto the edge of the Burkinabe defense that it's difficult for them to get out.
Jibril Aziz had the final touch. Goal kick Burkina Faso. 25 minutes, Nigeria 1, Burkina Faso 0.
And that's the throw-in that Jibril Aziz got on the end of, but was unlucky with his control. Showed too much of the ball to the defender, who hit it back into him for the goal kick.
Mbata gives it away. Clearance by Lankwande. Here is Ouadrago for Burkina Faso. How do they react after going down? Apollinaire Bugma. Kamara. Poor touch from Ouattara. Throw in Nigeria. Oyebanjo loses possession to Kamara. He goes past Miraculo goal. Here comes Kamara. It is Kamara. Sends a cross, but it's gone out for a goal kick. Good work done by him, but the final product not good enough.
Yeah, unlike Bugma, who is brilliant both on the left and the right, Kamara is very left-footed. His favorite side is his left, and he's tearing away from his man, and it's almost inviting the challenge. Challenge is not coming. The ball gets to his weaker side. It's almost falling at the time. He's trying to put in the cross and doesn't manage to get the cutback across the face of goal. But actually, they're showing the threat they've also got. Yeah, most of the game has been played in the half of Burkina Faso, but they've also shown that when they have the moment, they can get in behind Nigeria.
Michael with a free kick. He provided the assist that led to the first goal. Ball is cleared by Ouattara for Burkina Faso. Ouadraogo can't get to it. It's Oyebanjo who gets it all the way back to Lawali. Lawali goes for the high ball. Offside against Idris. Abubakar Abdullah Idris.
Yeah. He didn't start those first group stage games for Nigeria. Didn't start against Ghana, didn't start against Togo, but here he is. Started in the semi-final, and he started here in the final.
Scored on both occasions with a head.
Yeah.
Proving to be the headmaster of this competition as Michael take the free kick expertise.
This time it's Mbata who has been heckled in the middle of the park, who brings down Che Kamara after losing the ball.
Mbata has equally brought some stability in the Nigerian midfield since his introduction.
Yeah. And we saw the first two games and I was thinking that, you know, okay, the man in the under Machete was brilliant and I thought he was such an important player for them, but Mbata has since taken his place and has been pivotal.
Michael, Nigeria still brimming with confidence. It's a lovely play from Idris. The captain was trying to get to Idris, who was moving into the space where he connected, but it's Burkina Faso now. Che Kamara hangs on to possession really well. Mbata wins the ball legitimately according to referee Nuno, and it's Nigeria on the offensive now. Burkina have some defending to do. Lovely play from Okere. Switches to Williams. Nigeria. Bamba with a clearance, the overhead kick. Miracle Ogo's clearance. Throw in Burkina Faso.
The game is so fast. We haven't had a pause. We haven't had a pause to breathe, but I'm enjoying it all the same. Brilliant stuff.
Free kick for Nigeria to defend this. Okere, who's brought down Ouattara. Here is Bugma. Lawali clears the danger. Lankwande. Header away by Miracle Ogo. It is Lankwande. This time goes for the shot throwing, and Mbata brings down Che Kamara. Burkina Faso have a free kick.
Yeah, there was a push in his back. You can see the hand of Mbata into the back of Che Kamara.
Free kick for Burkina Faso. Che Kamara, and it's poorly executed. Awful from the Burkina Faso player.
Yeah, disappointing, because when you see the number of bodies and the kind of bodies they committed forward, they committed all their big men into the area. If he clips it into the box, somebody maybe arrives on it, but actually I think he's looking to go into the far corner. It's big nobody.
Throwing for Nigeria is Lawal is throwing in. Flicked on by Idris. Headed away by Ouattara. Here is Mbata. Oyebanjo's drive is blocked. It's a handball against Oyebanjo.
Yeah, the effort ricocheted off his hand, Oyebanjo. Like the way Ouattara closed down on him to block that space. Otherwise, that effort is maybe straight away headed on target. Just zoomed out of that defensive block to get a block in. The ball ricocheted off his hand.
Raphael Oyebanjo from the Shuttle Sports Academy. Born on the 18th of April in 2007. One of those bright spots in this Nigerian side. And here comes Ouattara. nobody there for Burkina Faso as Lawali allows the ball to roll over for a goal kick.
Yeah, and Burkina Faso's midfield is crucial to the way they play because everything they do in the forward areas starts from that middle of the park through the two Ouattara, Saroun and Farouk and Che Kamara as well. But what Nigeria has done today is to climb that midfield. Using Mbata and Oyibanjo. Ubo Okere as well is running around this man.
Jeremiah Olaleke did well to keep Ouedraogo out of the picture, but it's a good tackle from Ouattara to stop the advancing Jubril Aziz. Head away by Haruna Ouattara. Is Ouedraogo. Caught fouling the Nigerian centre-back. Miracle.
It's difficult to see what he does. I think he's just holding off his man and backing into him. He hasn't grabbed his shirt. If he did grab his shirt, then that's fine. But I just think he's just backing off into his man.
Aziz has lost it to Lankwande, but there's a clearance from Miracle Ogo. Sensing danger, he wouldn't take chances. It's Burkina Faso on the offensive. It's a poor clearance from Michael, but it's not troubling the Nigerian goalie. Good touch from Idris. Here comes Aziz, Jubril Aziz. And Idris can score after being set up gloriously by Aziz. Here's Okere. Ball is eventually cleared away. Haruna Ouattara. Farouk Ouattara. Apollinaire Bougma. Is a foul on Lawali. Referee thinks Bougma used his hands in fouling the Nigerian right back.
Yeah, there's the incident there that he used his hand. Yeah, I think he catches him in the face. Yep. On the other end, Nigeria almost went up by 2-0. It's shocking that Idris didn't take the opportunity.
Lawali. Header by Kamara. Mbata. Aziz. Oyebanjo with a good ball to find Lawali down the right. Lawali sends a cross. Headed by Bamba. Kamara will clear it away finally. Beautiful defending by Miracle Ogo. Lawali falls up on his feet. Mbata. Okere. Naimano Michael sends the ball in and it goes out. Goal kick. 35 minutes. Nigeria 1, Burkina Faso 0.
Yeah. Could have been 2-0 for Nigeria. Ball on the plate. Idris just couldn't get it on target, but that is a respite there for Burkina Faso.
Here is Bougma. Final touch from Mbata.
The half has just flown by. It's honestly had an incident where Nigeria could have gone up by 2, as I said earlier. You know, that little touch around Idris for Jubril Aziz, and Aziz is returning the favor to him. Better connection there, and that is Nigeria 2 goals up, but he just miskicked it.
Free kick for Nigeria. You know, it's interesting how the neutrals have now found the teams they support here in Cape Coast, virtually dominated by Ghanaian football fans, but you can find Nigerian fans and Burkina fans, all Ghanaians here. Here's Okere. Bugma, stopped by Lawali. Now Okere, Mbata, Williams. Ball cleared by Kamara. Jeremiah Olalike, good work from the centre back. Yamiogo's clearance, it goes out for a throw into Nigeria. It's Aziz. Lawali's cross, cleared away by Ouattara. Good control from Kamara, but he's giving it away to Michael. Here is Williams. Williams to Oyebanjo. Here is Michael. Now Williams! There's an appeal for a handball against Campari, but it's a corner kick.
Yeah, he had his hand on his body, but William again moving into an intelligent space. Ouattara gets the tackle in, but he slips, so the ball bounces and finds its way back to Williams on a sharp turn. Is looking for to bend the ball, but it's been well defended in that box.
Nigeria have a corner. There are 2 balls on the pitch. Referee is asking the Nigerian midfielder Mbata to get one away before Ebube Okere can take the corner. Referee Julian Nuno is asking Ebube Okere to wait for the right instructions before the corner is taken.
Yeah.
Ebube Okere's corner. Bugma defends well for Burkina, but it's Emmanuel Michael who stops him in his tracks. Okere's ball to Aziz and he leads him for a goal kick.
Yeah, there's too much on the ball for Jabril Aziz. Still again, Burkina Faso who can find the right pass to get out of their own half. The ball is coming to swift, but too much pace.
It's Miragolo go against Ouadrago. He's forced the Nigerian centre back to commit himself as a throw in Burkina Faso's Lankwande. He sends a decent cross. Ouadrago got something on it, but it goes straight to the Nigerian goalie, Richard Odo.
Yeah, difficult one for him to get the precision and direction and power that he wants, because it's quite close to the edge of the 6-yard box. Right in line with that, so it's difficult with the pace of the ball coming. You can't really guide it on target.
Here is Lawali, goes past Ouattara, but it's Bamba who steps up for Burkina Faso. He's lost possession. Emmanuel Michael, Ebube Okere turns well. He has space on his left for his captain, Precious Williams. Williams finds Basil Mbata. Mbata is looking for Idris, cleared away by the Burkina base. Is Ouadrago now. He wins a free kick. 40 minutes, Nigeria 1, Burkina Faso 0.
Can't believe it's already 40 minutes. It's been so action-packed, keeping an eye on the time. It's not what I'm thinking about now. I'm just focused on action. It's so difficult to get your eyes off it.
Lovely skill from Bugma, sends a cross, dealt with by Miraculo Go. Burkina Faso are backing it. Ouadrago equalizes for Burkina Faso. It's 1-1, 4 minutes before halftime. But the Nigerian goalie is in trouble. He got injured trying to save the situation.
Yeah, And another thing here, right there. It's Bugma again who is whipping the ball into the far side. It's Kamara heading it across the face of going Ouedraogo, the big man. Finds himself into the and pushes the ball over the line with real force. And the goalkeeper, although has collided with his own player there, as I think there's contact on Ouedraogo on him, but the striker was within his right to go for the ball. And Burkina Faso, who have not seen a lot of the ball in this half, have not created enough chances in this half, have just pulled the level on the cusp of half time. And it's Ouedraogo, the striker, who got the nod ahead of Aliou in this final. Now, what a game.
42 minutes, Nigeria 1, Burkina Faso 1.
Yeah, it's Bugma's ball to the far post. The Kamara is really trying to hit it across the face, and look at the striker. Yeah, he's right to get there because the goalkeeper misses it completely. It's not safe. The goalkeeper has made the save and is clattering into him. Richard Odo missed it, and then he just pounced. It's good instincts there from Ouedraogo. Once the ball's moving across the face of goal, he gambled, and the gamble has paid off. And as the saying goes, if you don't buy the ticket, you will never ever win a raffle. Or he gambled and he's got a goal for himself and Burkina Faso to pull them level.
It's 1-1 with 2 minutes before the break. Nigeria's goalkeeper Richard Odo is fine and is up on his feet after conceding that goal from Ouedraogo Farouz.
Yeah, and it was totally against the run of play, to be fair. Totally against the run of play. Nigeria have dominated a chunk of this half, but like I said, Burkina Faso throughout the game have shown that they've got quality on their own where they can hurt Nigeria, and it happened. Nigeria had to go again, and Cote d'Ivoire and Burkina Faso, I should say, would have to maybe repel and make the most of the counter-attacking options or the long balls into the box because of Ouedraogo.
We're minutes away from the break. Is Nigeria 1, Burkina Faso 1. Nigeria first to score through Abubakar Abdullah Idris. Then Burkina Faso equalizing through Abdraman Farouz Ouedraogo. Here is Bugma. Now, Aziz. Okere is looking for Idris. Goalkeeper Isidore Traore took the risk, came out of his area. Fortunately for him, he didn't handle the ball with his hand.
Yeah, another ball over the top by Ebugo Okere, and Idris is off his line. Ball came off his mid-rib. Yeah, you can see his mid-rib, that's where the ball came off him. He's lucky because if his hand is stretched and the ball comes off the hand, that is a sending off and a problem for Burkina Faso. So his movement and judgment was good. Lucky that the ball came off his mid-rib and not his hand.
It's 45 minutes already. We're doing 3 minutes of additional time. Yamiogo's header. Here is Williams. Now Mbata. Williams is a clumsy challenge from Ouattara. Free kick is taken quickly. Here is Emmanuel Michael. Oyebanjo is direct to the goalkeeper, Traore.
Yeah, and that goal from, that goal from Ouedraogo changes the team talk completely for both teams. It does change the team talk going into the break. But Burkina Faso will be extremely happy that they got one back before the break, and Nigeria will be disappointed they couldn't make it 2 or maybe 3 or couldn't keep the lead they had going into the break. And goals do change games. Nigeria will be hoping that this hasn't changed the momentum and flipped it into the hands of Burkina Faso.
Here is Bamba. He finds Ouedraogo. Burkina Faso goes with a cut back. This time is cleared away by Lawali, who had gone there to defend for the centre backs. It's a free kick for Burkina Faso. culprit is Basil Mbata. He committed a foul on Cheick Kamara.
Yeah, there's been a lot of fouls on Cheick Kamara today. I mean, Mbata is climbing for the ball. He's within his right to climb for the ball, except that Kamara doesn't jump, so it makes it look awkward. But one more could Mbata have done there, because the ball is high. The only way he wins it is if he jumps. And now that is a free kick that is being presented to Burkina Faso's Kamara. We know his ability and quality from here. He already shown that in the early minutes of the game. Now and then.
What, 2 minutes into additional time of the first half is a free kick advantage. Burkina Faso 1-1 is the scoreline now. This might just be the last kick before the break. Burkina probing for the lead before recess. It is Kamara. Osmani Kamara for Burkina Faso. Steps forward, Kamara with a drive into the wall. Bamba headed down by Ouattara. And that's the whistle to end the first half from the Ghanaian referee, Julian Nunu. It's been action-packed, it's been exciting, it's been very competitive. It's fair to say the outcome of the first half is a true reflection of what these two teams have exhibited here in the first 45 minutes plus 3 minutes of toppage time. Half-time in Cape Coast in the final of the WAFU B Under-17 Championship. It's Nigeria 1, Burkina Faso 1. Idris Abubakar Abdullahi scored for Nigeria. And
Say, Wabasu. I heard he sold his family land to buy this car. Oh yes, 30 acres of land. This year they were yeah.
Star 500 has an aroma for a 30 money. A your transaction now. Use the more, Casa more, no browse more. What's it be in your Kenya? I think we need. I want to go so reloaded.
I bet you go took me so I bet me increasing my business no.
Oh yeah. Me the 81 and on the 8 year. Tell them your tickets. Number winners. Mama go back. I am on the cocoa. Tessy. Chame payanku. Akokono. The penny hips. Galino. Swear.
We're cool big boy.
Am I?
Nabi. To go on so.
1 week later.
Dial star 500 hash now. Meet your weekly 80 money, calls, and data targets to win your share of the over 1 million Ghana cedis cash prizes up for grabs.
I tried to go to know. My DNA bill.
Have you packed everything into the car? Are you ready for the picnic?
Yes, ma'am.
Then it's time for Dole!
Dole yogurt. Dole yogurt. Everybody, grab Dole. It's delicious, creamy, and refreshing too. Mommy's love it, and dads enjoy it, and the children. They love it. With a cup of Dole yogurt, with a cup of Dole, with a cup of Dole yogurt, with a cup of Dole.
This advert is FDA approved.
This be Mona Lisa, Miss Dependable.
I did for you.
Him boss the trust in work, wow. She be busy woman pass, always on the move. Hey! Oh, this one, he be cool chop crack. I be Royal King Cracker, made with real milk butter and the goodness of wheat to keep you going. Okay, let's do it. No dull moment. To all you busy bees, I did for you. Introducing onion and parsley, the spicy new addition to the King Cracker family.
Wake up! We have just 50 minutes to set off.
Let's go.
We want jollof for school.
Show time.
I'll make jollof.
Jollof? We have 45 minutes. What about the cutting, chopping, blending?
Tasty Tom Jollof Mix has all the ingredients to make jollof already mixed in the pack.
Is it going to taste the same?
So you say Eda,
And if I jollof no hooking me.
Pour oil. Add 1 pack of 210 grams 60 tom jollof mix. Fry for 10 minutes. Add water, some cube, and salt. Add rice. In 45 minutes. Sharp, sharp. Let jollof now begin. Right on time.
Delicious jollof and in 45 minutes?
Easy cry. Tasty tom jollof mix. Delicious jollof. Sharp, sharp. This advert is FDA approved.
It's great when you come home late and have dinner sorted by Glovo. Hundreds of restaurants to choose from, easy ordering and fast delivery. Download Glovo, order food, groceries, or anything you want. We'll deliver.
Say, Wabasu. I heard he sold his family land to buy this car. Oh yes, 30 acres of land.
This year the way ye star 500 hash and aroma for a 30 money. A your transaction now. Use the more, Casa more, not browse the more. What's it to be in your quenya? I think kunim. I want to go so reload.
I don't think took me so I bet me increasing my business no.
Oh yeah. Me the 81 and na 8 year. Tell them your tickets. Number win sir. Mama go back. I am on the cocoa. City. Chame payanku. Akoko no. Me pen hips. Gary no kitsuwe.
We're big boy.
Am I?
Abi to go on so.
1 week later. Dial star 500 hash now. Meet your weekly 80 money, calls, and data targets to win your share of the over 1 million Ghana cedis cash prizes up for grabs.
I try to go no.
I'm going to interview Zuzum right here in my house. Hey!
Look up there. Why are you using inferior pen?
It was a mistake. I no check.
Akrobetu, I'm going to knock you out.
I know, sir.
You deserve quality.
Don't make mistakes. Stop.
You did the right thing.
When you are going to buy a paint, don't look left, don't look right. Go straight and grab the luxury acrylic paint. No be any painting be painted.
The luxury acrylic paint.
Paint me champion.
We have been checking if man so I have back in the Can said you didn't how buy a yaw when you have say and you are stroke furniture man so I have. Say yes, sit here furniture man so I have. Say you may go any pay my one tear. Say you will yemun yama hepatitis, kidney. Yaria who will be a one tear. But so we shut branch and pen will be an alcohol. Now, dear, how I meant to me and come for Pacoda Manswa Heba and Sabet Chiwa Yarisa. Manswa Heba, healing our portion. I just a one.
Yes, that's it, we blood.
Do more your way on Ghana Pay. Send and receive money at zero transaction fees. Pay bills, buy airtime and data, transfer money in and out of your bank account, and so much more with Ghana Pay. Dial star 707 hash to register for Ghana Pay or download the Ghana Pay app from the Play Store or App Store.
Then Alande.
Ghana Pay Alande. Ghana Pay. Your money, your way.
Bell Beverages Bell Chill and Win promotion in Amafi 2022 yi ayet there. To our favorite Bell drink, say a Tamarinda, Bell Cola, Puka, Big Boss, Squeeze, Breeze, Bell Malt, and a Keka Hubia. Why one washer so the other 20, Fashion Lupum Chowudi and no contact Ekaho. A fail Fako Bell Beverages Depot, and as a accredited distributors are one more or memoir fana bedia. Who to media HDP and what Bell Chill and Win promotion na yet with TV, radio, and a social media so. HDP to say, Demoniama Bibria Wope, Bell product watch a dear Bibri, and a cradia which media could didra. Na final raffle draw no, to me the Kia Picanto, and Mono Chow. Bell Chill and Win promotion there will be a winner. So Pemuche Chemubia, Fred 0544 335 800. FDA, Ajigridian Kratui Atum. Promo way, ye running on NLA, Caritas Lottery Platform no so.
Impressor oil na capsules kra ahwode nro a eboa eyi yawa enam sasabro usisi wachiri bremo ne afi waposo nyina afri ni padua no mu. Impressor capsules kra ahwode a etumi boa esiesie no mpa eho akokwa ne entokuntokro de demo ene afi waposo gregira awewe no nyina esiesie no ema no ahwode mfoforo kra wo pe adura obetumi de wo ho atoso na ayi wo honam ya wo nyina ade a any impressor ne aduru a wɔn a ɔwɔ yɛfunuyade mpo etumi nom bie sɛ onom impressor capsules na wo de impressor oil twitwi bia a ɛyɛ wo ya no a ɛne ɛne wato adi yaw bedwane ntɛm so koraa impressor yaw bedwane. This advert is FDA approved.
Hey, baby there. So now you're an inquiry. We are what Jerusalem. Well, Blana Memo, why? Baby there. A drone any. We are Spanish garlic mixture. A Buama Moja dear full sunny. I want to pay the enemy. Collect. I feel so. As also Bua and Mobile Casa, Pampa, I want to trim. Obia na Kuma Boni Peli. Obia or Johnson Tentem. Obia the Nasa Tatai. I feel so be a slap dear at Dokono the Pedian and Nanina. Collect.
Eja, we also Spanish garlic capsules, a supporting immune system.
That's all.
Shenenso, Edroy, and Yama Oba wa fair fru. The Oma Accra no for Accra Onya in Fear Dumienu, Intimin Fair Dre. Fre 0266 114111.
FD Ashisha sa Ijedi Nkra Tuoyimu Adia Tumuse.
Me wa pom dine samsora no pa me trentrem mpom yie pa meduane nso me didi yie pa menya brɛ nso gima ho yie ade anka nansan ebe ha ma adwene eye koko eno na madam fokodjon kansa kyerɛ me aduro bi piling capsules ne piling ointment jawajo aduro bi yie adwuma nkasa bra me nom piling capsules na me de piling ointment strastra me koko so no ma de me ho afri koko bia ho enti sɛde koko da ne ho adi onipadua mu bia fa piling capsules na fa ointment no strastra so wa wie kra ubenya piling e pharmacy herbal shop and a licensed chemical shop biara mu FDA agi adwade nkra to yi atum se eye.
Say, Wabasu. I heard he sold his family land to buy this cow. Oh yes, 30 acres of land.
This year they were ye.
Star 500 hash and arrow for a 30 common. A your transaction now. Use the more, Casa more, not browse the more. What's with me in your queen? I think Kunim. I want to go so reloaded. I
took me so I bet me increasing my business. No.
Oh yeah. Me the 81 and on the 8 tell them your tickets. Number winning sir. Mammy go back. I am on the cocoa. Tessy. Chame payanku. Akono. The penny hips. Garino. Swear.
We're big boy.
Am I? Nabi.
1 week later.
Dial star 500 hash now. Meet your weekly 80 money, calls, and data targets to win your share of the over 1 million Ghana cedis cash prizes up for grabs.
I try to go no. My dear.
Welcome back from the Cape Coast Stadium. It's still the final of the WAFU Zone B Under-17 African Championship. And at this point, it's all level. They have Nigeria 1, Burkina Faso 1. And with a bit of the stats, Nigeria leading handsomely with 61% in terms of possession to Burkina Faso's 39, and plus the other shots on target. Of course, Burkina Faso shading that, and Nigeria having a chunk of the corners there. But most importantly, Nigeria and Burkina Faso drawing in the game there. And so those are the important information. But then, Coach, it looks like Burkina Faso looked like they were going to score, and then Nigeria turned the burners.
Well, I told you the Nigerians were going to put pile pressure on the Burkina Faso and try to get an early goal, which I think they were able to succeed in terms of putting pressure and also taking control of the midfield with Okere, a chap with the 17 sharp, who is sitting in front of the two pivot players and also the 3 players up front. He has done a human job, and if you clearly see the kind of game that they are playing, they are not giving the Burkina Faso any breathing space, especially in midfield. And the Burkina Faso too, they are using their height to their advantage, and they are doing their good defending. So far, 2 shots on target from the Nigerians that are doing the pressing, playing all the game in the half of the Burkina Faso. But Burkina Faso, on a counter basis, have got 3 shots on target. With their danger man, Kamara, with a 7 shot on the right side. Anytime he gets the ball, 1v1, he tries to commit Nigerians and get into the box and also opening up the defense of the Nigerians. It's been very good, and for me, a typical finals that we are watching. You clearly see that the Burkinabes are defending and they want to go on a counter basis, because if they try to open up, the Nigerians are very swift, especially their captain, Precious Williams. Is very swift on the left side, and the chap who had the goal, Abdullahi, the chap with the jersey number 8, who had the goal for them. Just to watch the runs of Abdullahi, the chap with the 8th shirt, and just watch the way he was. His eyeballs were on the ball, and it was clearly that his movement and the ball came direct to him. And just watch it. In between the two defenders, he was able to out-jump them and just plant the ball at the back of the net. Excellent goal from excellent delivery from the captain, Precious Williams. And for me, the Burkinabes didn't sit back. They decided to go on the counter. And of course, one of them, they had that excellent goal from their striker called Ouattara, who was the nice shirt. It's been very good first 45 minutes from both teams.
Right, fantastic. But then, Mutala, the fact that Burkina Faso have gone deployed the tactics of trying to soak in the pressure as said by coach and counter, and have gotten as many as 3 shots out of all of this is something we must commend for them.
Of course, it's also proven to be a battle of free kicks, because anytime Burkina Faso have a free kick, it looks like that chap Kamara would hit in a very good goal. Anytime Nigeria also have a free kick, Emmanuel Michaels also comes and stands behind the ball. So you can see the tension that is brimming between the teams. But it's been a very good first half, a game that befits a final. Burkina Faso, I've seen them go long, especially whenever they are closer to the goal area of Nigeria, because they have very tall players. And it's one of those crosses that got them the goal there. They've not really had joy in possessing the ball. Nigeria have taken over the midfield battle. They've had the lion's share of possession. They've been very exciting to watch. They've poured pressure on Burkina, but then against the run of play, you can see that Burkina are living in the moment. That is what they are doing. This is the goal that they scored there. A long one to Kamara, he heads it back, and goalkeeper, I thought he could have done better there.
All right. The guys are ready for the second half of the game, and so let's join the feed for the guys to run commentary on the game.
It will be Burkina Faso to get us going for the second half of this final of the WAFU Zone B Under-17 tournament in Ghana. 1-1 from the first half, coming from a goal down to equalize just before the break. We are in for a very uncompromising second half.
Yeah, the first half was largely dominated by Nigeria. So rat-a-tat-tat of sequence of action in the game. No real time for any breather for either side. Scoreline 1-1. Things slightly flatters Burkina Faso. And Nigeria will be disappointed not to have kept that lead, or even better, going into the break. But we are back where we started. Stalemate.
That's out to play for 1-1 Nigeria versus Burkina Faso. Emmanuel Michael, Baselim Bata. Throwing for Burkina Faso. Here is Bamba. Emmanuel Michael with the header. Oyebanjo. Ouattara. Here is Williams. Goes down from the challenge of Bamba. Free kick Nigeria.
Yeah, Bamba has to be careful. He was already in the books of the referee, and that was slightly a high foot. Not over the ball, but that was quite high, yeah. He has to be careful not to give the referee any opportunity of making a decision. Just been maybe having a word with him.
Jubril Aziz is brought down by Bugma. Free kick for Nigeria.
Yeah, Bugma also arrives late. Jubril Aziz just pokes the ball away from him, and the challenge is right into him.
Forget about the distance. No matter where the ball finds itself when it's a set piece, it will be one man walking up there. Emmanuel Michael again to take this free kick from Nigeria. Not too sure he'd like to score from this angle though.
Yeah, the last time when they played against Cote d'Ivoire, we thought that angle that was impossible for him. He made it possible. I can't predict what is coming up with this time.
Emmanuel Michael goes for goal, but it's straight to Traore, who makes a mistake, and the Nigerians have their second goal. It is Abubakar Abdullahi Idris with his double for Nigeria and hands them the lead. What a mistake by Isidori Traore. He's been consoled by Campore. Wow.
The fans absolutely loving it. What a start to the second half for Nigeria. What a big start. Their lead is restored. It's actually a disaster for Burkina Faso's goalkeeper, but a huge pile of joy for Nigeria. The conditions are not perfect because the ball is quite slippery, but he doesn't really get his full body behind the ball to make the catch. It bounces off his body and presents itself to Idris, who gambles to the near side to just tap it home for his second goal, Nigeria's second.
Here is Bugma. Ball is cleared away by Miracle Ogo. Now Lankwande. Check Kamara on the left. Basel Mbata is all over him, and the Nigerian midfielder has won the goal kick for his side. He's excited, but Burkinabe attacker is worried.
No, I don't think that. I mean, once see that again with the ball's out of touch. I think he did well to keep it in play, Kamara. Yeah, he did well to keep that in play. That wasn't out of touch by any means, not even on the line.
Good turn from Jibril Aziz. Goes past Lankwande. Now it's Yamiogo's turn to keep an eye on him. And the ball goes out for a goal kick.
Ran out of space. Jibril Aziz. You know, he's got pace, you know, he's got scale, but no room to make it work.
Here is Bugma. Abubakar Abdullah Idris is chasing for his third. He has already scored 3 goals in this competition. He scored once against Cote d'Ivoire. He scored all of the Nigerian goals this evening in this grand finale. No foul for Ebube Okere. Kamara, lovely footwork, good play from Kamara, puts 1-2 for Ouedraogo, but he's stopped by the Nigerian defense. And Bamba has lost it to Ebube Okere. Okere is trying to switch to Aziz down the right side. It is still Nigeria in possession. Here is Ebube Okere. Ebube Okere has lost it to Ouattara. Ouattara is trying to get to Kamara. Kamara was looking for the foul. He goes down, throwing Nigeria. 5 minutes into second half action. Nigeria leading 2-1 against Burkina Faso. Anywhere would do for Jeremiah Olaleke. Here is Check Kamara. He's up against Mbata. Creating space, tries to send a cross, last touch off Emmanuel Michael. Corner, Burkina Faso.
Yes, a daring move there by Kamara. Sees the space behind Mbata, who had made a run on him and still manages to get past him, and Michael cuts across to stop the cross.
Kamara's corner, headed away by Oyebanjo. Ebube Okere gives away possession, but he's able to win it back and win the foul. It's a free kick for Nigeria. Ebube Okere.
Ebube Okere there It's been exciting today. Bubo Okere putting up a very good show. Stood in front of his man, and the captain, Farouk Ouattara, just dragged back off his feet a bit. The movement between Precious Williams, the captain of Nigeria, and the man on the brace for them, Idris, is brilliant because they keep swapping places. One goes to the wing, one goes down. The middle one goes to the wing, one goes down. The middle kind of confusing for the Burkinabés.
Here is Kamara, beaten to the ball by Olaleke. Here is Precious Williams. Good control on his chest. Oyebanjo Williams gets it away. Here is Farouk Ouattara. Apollinaire Bugma. Captain Dasso to track back with a body check. Nigeria now have possession. Lawale. Here is Jubril Aziz. There's a foul on Sheikh Kamara by Precious Williams.
Worked so hard, the captain. Got a great attitude for a striker who normally would have to wait for the ball to arrive. He doesn't. He's always in action. He always wants to get the thick of the events. Tracking back to win ball, tracking back to tackle. Always the first man to arrive when they have to defend the corner. Great attitude. Kamara is furious.
Yes, assistant referee says he was pulling the shots of his Nigerian opponent. He thinks otherwise.
I don't see much in there. I just think it's Spencer's man, Emmanuel Michael. I wonder if Michael will be trying to claim an assist for Nigeria's second goal because it was his free kick that caused the problem. I don't think it's one for his credit. It's a goalkeeping error, dropping the ball for Idris to finish it off.
Idris with a long ball in is cleared away by Lankwande. Here is Mbata. Brilliant turn. Good pass. Here is Idris. Nearly got his hat-trick, but this time Traore will get it right.
It's an exceptional move there from Mbata. Turning and slipping the ball through for Idris, who arrived on it perfectly, but couldn't find the corner. Too straight to the near side and too close to the goalkeeper. Yeah, look at the turn from Mbata. Brilliant stuff. And the vision and the weight of the pass and quality of it is perfect. Idris's contact to the ball is not firm enough to trouble the goalkeeper on his near side, and Traore seems to have recovered from his early howler in this second half. Looking at more confident goalkeeper.
55 minutes and it's Nigeria leading Burkina Faso by 2-1. Here in Cape Coast, the Nigerians have a free kick. Here is Yahya Lawali. Lawali delivers and it goes out as a goal kick.
Yeah, the left back probably does it better. The right back not on the same level. I think he's just trying to cross that one for somebody, but put too much on it. Nigeria would know, even though they're in the lead. Burkina Faso have still got the threat.
Bugma wins the foul. Free kick for Burkina Faso. Kampari is making his way into the Nigerian 18-yard box. He's got a huge figure, which can be problematic for the Nigerians if he's not dealt with appropriately. But the delivery from Kamara is not good enough. It's Ouattara who swings in across. Good goalkeeping from the Nigerian shot stopper. Wonderful goalkeeping again from Richard Udoh. to deny Burkina the equalizer.
I think the ball into the box from Che Camara is not good enough, but Ouattara Aruna does well to control it and just stands the ball up. Goalkeeper is under pressure, manages to scoop the ball, but it's still in danger. The effort coming through is not powerful enough because it's being, if you like, hurried to get the effort away by the stands his ground to catch it on the second time of asking Richard Udo.
Burkina Faso have a player down currently receiving treatment, and Sulemani Alio will be coming in very soon. And Alio takes the place of Che Camara.
I can imagine what Burkina Faso are trying to do. They're going to be going. The manager also calls down the two midfielders in the two Ouattara, Saruni and Farouk. I think the thinking now is going to be that it's going to be a 4-4-2. Alio is going to play alongside Ouadraogo as the two strikers, and the responsibility now is on Farouk Ouattara and Runa Ouattara to marshal the midfield for Burkina Faso, because they've not got the number 10 in Che Camara now, or the third midfielder in him. They've now got to do the job on their own, but maybe because Alio is very mobile and can drop deep, he will be the one who will be dropping to help in midfield, but his main task would be to stick around Ouadraogo.
Lawali is beaten to the ball by Ouadraogo. Here is Alio. Oyebanjo loses possession to Farouk Ouadraogo. He's pushed down by Oyebanjo. Free kick Burkina Faso. Burkina coming up with another substitution. Abubakar Kamara is coming in for Apollinaire Bougma.
Like for like. Abubakar Ouattara, so quick. He's immense. And he takes the place of Bougma.
Abubakar Kamara plays for Raimo FC in Ouagadougou. Bougma plays for Nabakango. They swap places, and it's Burkina probing for the equalizer. Emmanuel Michael allows his goalkeeper Udo to pick it up. Idris caught fouling Bamba, goes down in the process.
Yeah. And Bougma comes for, I think he's limping, he's being held by the medical team. You can see him from where we sit down the stand, down the terrace there. Doesn't look pretty comfortable with the way he's walking across. I think that's why the substitution was forced. But it's not been the same player we saw in the group stages in this knockout phase.
Bamba. Ouattara. Poor ball in, cleared by Michael. Yamiogo returns it with a header. Flicked on by Ouadraogo. But Odo is quick to react. Dives onto the ball, no problems for Nigeria. It's 60 minutes. Nigeria 2, Burkina Faso 1.
Yeah, and that's the importance of Ouadraogo to this team. His area prowess is good. I'm thinking if Kamara was a bit short or had come a bit inward, the ball would have been closer to him than the goalkeeper, and he's got that in his ability, Ouadraogo, to leap and flick it on somebody to arrive onto it.
Lawali's ball is straight to Traore. Traore with a long delivery, headed down by Ogo, but it's still Burkina Faso's Kamara in possession. Good pressure from Lawali. Now here comes Idris. Nigeria's Aziz finds Lawali, stiffs some force, he picks up himself. Trying to get the throw in. Yamiogo's ball in. Good play from Ouadraogo to get to Alio. Alio is looking back for Ouadraogo. He's up against Ogo. Nigeria have a throw-in. Clearance by Nigeria. Williams was trying to switch one to Idris on the right, but ball is cleared by Lankwande. Mbata, another lovely ball from Basil Mbata. Here is Az Idris, and again on his left foot, he's unable to make it count.
Mbata is having great fun in the middle of the park. Sees the space and plays it right between the two defenders. And Idris, I should say, is arriving, but just drags his effort.
Ouedraogo needed a bit of patience and composure before skying off that effort.
Yeah, not the best effort from him. Ball was well flicked on from Kamara into his path. Thinking he should have just held on to it. This is a big frame to hold on to the ball, wait for some support.
Ouedraogo. Good hold-up play. Lovely switch onto the left side. Here's Abubakar Kamara. He's up against Lawali. Alio is beaten to the ball. And the effort from Ouattara is not troubling the Nigerian goalkeeper, Richard Udo.
Yeah, it's becoming increasingly difficult for Burkina Faso to get in behind the Nigerian defense. So maybe he might have to resort to trying this sort of efforts from range, which will be a delight for Udo as far as he doesn't trouble his corners.
Ebube Okere. He's gone down. Decision is going against Nigeria, but the Nigerian midfielder stays down after the tackle. Burkina won't mind. Here is Kamara, and Jeremy Olalike steps up for Nigeria.
It's always important to have a backup when you're coming up against Kamara, because one-on-one he'll get past you. The question is, will somebody be there?
It's Bamba's cross straight to Udo. Udo enjoying himself in the Nigerian goalpost. It's 65 minutes in Cape Coast in the finals of the Wafu B Under-17 Championship. Nigeria lead Burkina Faso by 2-1. Both goals from Nigeria scored by Abubakar Abdullahi Idris. Burkina Faso coming into the game and scoring through Ouedraogo. When it mattered most, right after recess, the Nigerians regained their lead.
Yeah, it was a fortunate goal, but it all counts.
Ouattara. Farouk Ouattara's ball. Lawali is beaten to it. Here is Ouedraogo. That's a timely tackle from the Nigerian Jeremy Ogo. Jibril Aziz looking for Idris. This time Traore gets it right. And Mbata finds Okere onto the woodwork. Unlucky Nigeria, unlucky Okere.
Lucky Burkina Faso, lucky Traore. I mean, this time around he's confident. He comes out with a big punch. You're thinking he's cleared his lines, but the ball finds Okere in a good space. Preps that one and kills it. Goalkeeper is rooted to his spot because even if he flies, he's never catching that ball. So unlucky. He inches lower and that ball is into the back of the net. What an effort. Denied by the woodwork.
Ebube Okere has been awesome this evening.
He has, he really has.
Bamba wants to take the initiative, but it's Basil Mbata, the workaholic in that Nigerian midfield, stopping him. It's Bamba for Drago. Now here, it's Kamara flagged offside.
Yeah, I think Bamba was still in an offside position where Kamara dragged the ball back to him. For sure, of course, he cannot be offside from a throw-in, so there's no problem here. This is where the offside happens. Yeah, he's returning from an offside position. Bamba.
Opportunity for the equalizer. Abubakar Kamara, and wonderful defending from Ogo. It is still Burkina probing for the equalizer. Abubakar Kamara up against Jeremiah Miracle Ogo is a corner. Nigeria defending with their very lives.
Yeah, but Abubakar Kamara is proving to be a massive problem. Lovely clip around the area there by the striker or Drago, and here it's looking to team up, but the boy is not arriving in time.
The header from Ouattara is gone outside as a goal kick.
Everything happening so fast, everything. You can't even keep track of what has just happened, because once an incident happens, the next one is just around the corner to emerge. It's been a breathtaking football match, a game befitting of a final in a competition that has lived up to every expectation.
Kamara, good ball to find Farouk Ouattara. Lovely play from Ouattara. Is Burkina looking dangerous? He sends a cross. Here comes Ouadrago. Abubakar Kamara on his right foot. His left foot takes the deflection. Is a corner from Burkina Faso.
Yeah, massive work. Great work there by the captain Farouk Ouattara. Worked the ball from midfield and still putting across. It's long, but it was recycled well by Ouadrago. And Kamara, who is proving to be a massive problem for Nigeria. His effort is blocked. But now Burkina Faso beginning to ask all the questions, and Nigeria having to show how good they can be defensively. They've got two strikers, they've got two midfielders, they've got two powerful wingers. And now it's time for Nigeria to find the answers to all the questions they are throwing at them.
The danger for Nigeria now is that their two-goal hero, Abubakar Abdullah Idris, is being taken off on the stretcher. He's in pain. The Nigerian captain is also down, but this time he won't go out on the stretcher. There's a glitching trophy at stake here in Cape Coast. Nigeria, 20 minutes away. If nothing happens, will be champions of WAFU Zone B. Corner taken by Lankwande, dealt with by the Nigerians. Here is Farouk Ouattara. Bamba. Headed down by the Nigerians. Abubakar Ouattara, no! Abubakar Kamara with a cross, but it was Alio latching onto that one.
Yeah, he was just not reaching it again. Burkina Faso committing a lot of bodies forward, and Kamara down that wide area again, causing all the problems. He's looking to just flash it across the face of goal, hoping that somebody's on hand to apply the finishing touch. The long legs of the big striker Ouadrago is coming in, but he's not reaching it.
Bamba has fouled Precious Williams. Free kick for Nigeria.
Bamba's hand was high enough to get into the face of Williams. Then that probably could be his last warning here by the referee as he calls him Kobamba. It's already in the book.
Bamba, born on the 2nd of June 2006. He's from the Yeritinga Football Academy in Ouagadougou. Nigeria preparing to bring in their super sub Light Eke.
I have a feeling it's going to be for the two-goal hero. It's limping.
In the meantime, is Emmanuel Michael to take the free kick for Nigeria.
It's not going to score for me, is he?
That's why Nigeria have got as many as 6 players in and around that 18-yard box of Burkina Faso. Maybe a weapon for them to compete for the ball. Sends the cross straight to Traoré. It's impressive to see him regain his confidence after that mistake that led to the Nigerian second goal. Traoré, the flag is up for offside, yes.
Yeah, and credit to his teammates, because when that incident happened, especially from Cheikh Kampari, he went straight to him to encourage him to keep on playing. Of course, he's a good goalkeeper as we've seen him throughout the competition. That was just an unfortunate incident for him. And I think that Nigeria's Abdullah Idris can't continue. He's not moving too freely. And maybe then like Ike takes his place and the captain comes wide. But as it stands now, the captain is also limping. Precious Williams is also limping.
Substitution for Nigeria. So that's the...
Yeah, the 2 goals they scored there.
Goals.
The first one, as we see it coming. Magnificent ball from the far side onto the plate for him. But his movement in between the 2 centre halves was delightful. And this one, as lucky as it was, for the second goal, as lucky as it was, he still was there to apply the finishing touch. And that is what you expect of a striker who is instinctive to smell where the ball can drop. He's paid his dues, he's done his job. You hope that the rest of the teammates can keep it intact or better.
Light Eke has been introduced in the last 16 minutes under the lights here in Cape Coast. Does he light up the remainder of the game for the Nigerians? Only time will tell.
Yeah, in 3 games that he's come off the bench, he scored in 2 of them. So he's a goal scorer and he's been their go-to man from the substitution table. So
Williams, good turn. He's seen Light Eke's movement. Now he's trying to put 1-2 for Light Eke, but Light is late. Ebube Okere is looking for Light Eke. Here's Eke. Up against Bamba. Goes past Bamba. Sends a cross in. Here is Emmanuel Michael. Finds Light Eke. Flag stays down. He's onside. Light Eke. Twisting and turning. Looking for space to drive. That's a killer in. But it lacked power. It lacked direction. And it goes straight to Traoré. 75 minutes. Nigeria hanging on to the 2-1 lead.
Yeah, like Eke here showing lots of skill. Shimmy, dropping the shoulder, getting around, just trying to see if there's some lights at the back of the tunnel. Not much light in it as he kills that one, just too soft, close to the middle. Easy pickings.
Bamba into the tackle, up against Mbata Basso. Eke header to Ebube Okere, but Yamiogo was there. Clearance from the Nigerian centre-back, but referee is asking for Bassel Mbata to be attended to. The Nigerian midfielder has stayed down.
I won't be surprised if it's out of cramps. He's been everywhere today. Mbata, yeah, he dived out of the challenge. I think it's cramps or something. There was no contact to that. But it's worked so hard today. Played very well.
Bassel Mbata plays for Esteem Stars Football Academy. It's really crucial in that middle of the park for Nigeria. Worked tirelessly. His energy levels have been very high throughout. Burkina will be coming up with a substitution very soon. Idrissa Sorry will be coming in for Haruna Ouattara very soon, but here they go, looking for the equalizer. That's the header coming in from Abubakar Kamara, straight to Richard Odo.
Yeah, as the ball comes, there isn't enough purchase on it. You know, Ousmane Kamara is heading it into the box, hoping that somebody can arrive on it, but Boubacar Kamara arrives. It's not powerful enough to trouble the goalkeeper. Time is taken. Burkina Faso needs something, and they need to find it now.
And here goes Abubakar Kamara, goes past Lawale. He wants to get in the box, but ball is cleared away by Olaleke.
Yeah. Abubakar Kamara is quick. He's lightning quick. He's extremely quick. Best in pass, 2 players, and still Nigeria needed a third person to help clear the lines. But now, Sorry, makes his way onto the pitch, and Ouattara Aruna takes his bow. He's played well today, but I think they need an extra attacker. So Farouk Aruna will sit deep, and then Sorry will be the more advanced player just to add an extra attacker.
Flag is up, and Nigeria saved by the offside flag.
Yeah, Abubakar Kamara might have just stayed offside. Yeah, that is so close, that's so tight. But yeah, flag is up.
Yamiogo. Miraculo goes clearance. Corner for Burkina. Lankwande's effort coming off. Miraculo go. Lankwande's delivery. That connection from Ouedraogo is not beaten. Odo.
Too soft. And if this kind of has been a more balanced second half, or more balanced half that we saw in the first when Nigeria dominated, could have actually gone anyway.
Here's Light Eke, goes past Bamba. It's Light Eke. Effort is blocked by Kampari. Here is Ebube Okere. He's lost it, but Nigeria have possession. Emmanuel Michael whips in across, and Light can sort his legs out as the ball falls to Kampari, who clears it away. Oyebanjo. Emmanuel Michael. Okere. Here is Ouedraogo for Ousmane Kamara. He can't go past Jeremiah Olaleke. Good defending. Poor ball from Emmanuel Michael, but it ends up with the Nigerians who give away possession. Farouk finds Bamba. Michaels hits it down. Now Kamara, good ball to find Sulemani Alio. Alio switches delightfully to the left side, but it's the awareness from Lawali that keeps Nigeria out of danger. It's Lankwande. Again, it's Lawali there for Nigeria. Here's Oyebanjo. Jibril Aziz has his pass cut out. Trying to win back possession, falls in the process. Here is Farouk Ouattara. Headed down by Ogo. Lawali wins the throw-in.
Whatever happens tonight, these two teams, all the players who have played the part, can be proud of their outing today. I know whoever doesn't clinch that title is going to be disappointed, but the future is very bright for these two talents who are going to represent Wafu Zone B in Africa. They've got what it takes to go on and win it there. They can improve, they'll get a lot better. Team bonding will be a lot better because the quality they've shown today in this final has been immense.
It's 82 minutes. Nigeria, 8 minutes away from being crowned Wafu Zombie and the 17 champions. They're looking for their third goal, but it's Campari who clears the danger for Burkina Faso. Abubakar Kamara up against Lawali. Goes past Lawali. Lovely work from Kamara. He wins the foul. He was being heckled all along by Lawali.
It's causing all sorts of problems for Lawali down that side. He's got really good balance and he's got pace and upper body strength as well. It's difficult to stop him when he's on his bike.
Campari is balling. Cleared away by Michael. Lawali Smith. Here comes Kamara. Whips in across. Cleared away by Bassen Bata. Bamba returns it. And straight to Richard Odo. Precious Williams. Good defensive play from Michael. He comes up against Kamara and he wins the ball off Kamara. Here is Emmanuel Michael. Lost the ball but wasn't given up. Ball is cleared eventually by Campari, and that's the diving header from Ebube Okere.
Yeah, whatever it takes to stop the ball from getting into their own half. And Ebube Okere is diving low to just stop the ball. There, yeah. He's played well today, Okere. Job not yet done.
Foul for Nigeria's Jubril Aziz is fouled.
Yeah, Abubakar Kamara just bumping into his man. What helps Jubril Aziz in Nigeria is, of course, the fact that he gets the ball first. He stayed down since. It's around this time that some of these players will be wanting to see some seconds off the clock with every opportunity they get. These Nigeria fans who have got here in their numbers are going to be excited. It's this goalkeeper who will always remember that if they don't go on and win it, he will remember that it was this error that led to the goal that ultimately cost.
Nigeria will feel is justice served after qualifying for the African Junior Championship in Morocco last year. The competition was called up. They did lose in the finals to Cote d'Ivoire. I tell you what, in that finals, Nigeria considered 3 early goals. Deep into the game, around the 90th minute, they came back to score 2 goals, but it was too little, too late to save them from defeat against the Ivorians. And here they are 5 minutes away from being crowned champions. And they will be representing the zone in Algeria next year. Here is Ogo. Now, Olaleke. Emmanuel Michael. Light Eke is up against Campari, who clears it away. Is a throw in for Nigeria.
They've got a man down. I wonder if that a captain. He's actually been not moving too comfortably in the entire game, so you wonder if it's him. Is it actually him? Yeah, Precious Williams. The second half, he hasn't moved quite comfortably at all.
The Nigerian captain will need some attention. Precious Williams. He's from the HB Football Academy in Nigeria. He's been taken off. The Nigerians have got their fans fully represented here in Cape Coast and rooting for them. Substitution for Nigeria is Jubril Aziz, who is making way for Richard Uche.
Yes, shocking because the captain is not, moving too easily. Then you're thinking that maybe he should be the one coming off, not Aziz here, but to take Aziz off.
Uche plays for Josie United. And here is Kamara on his bike. Abubakar Kamara goes past Ogo, sends a cross. Here is Kamara for Burkina Faso. Goes past Emmanuel Michael. It is Kamara. Sends a shot across. Is well defended by Oyebanjo. Trying to do the cutback is a corner for Burkina.
Some of the defending from Nigeria has been brilliant. They are not panicking. They are not diving in because these Burkina Faso are quite skillful. Lovely drop of the shoulder and a little step over to run around this man. But it's not diving in there. Olalike stands on his ground and sees what develops.
Kamara's corner. There's an appeal for a penalty. Nope. It will be another corner kick. Burkina Faso appealing for a penalty.
Yeah, we'll see what happens on the near side. Ouedraogo is so sure that there was a hand in there. Was there a hand? Yeah, the ball came off the body before the hand of the Nigerian there, but it's Mbata. But once the ball came off the body and into the hand, the referee's right.
Kamara swings in the corner. Ouattara's header. Light Eke goes to defend and gets his clearance away. Williams is beaten by Bamba. Alio flicks the ball. Awkward clearance from Emmanuel Michael. Throw in for Burkina Faso. Kamara. There's a foul against Alio. Free kick for Nigeria.
Yeah, Alio just pushed this man a bit and leaned into him, into his back. And even though he doesn't fall down, you know.
Nigeria coming up with the substitutions. Finally, Captain Precious will go off, and the arms band has been given to Yaya Lawali. In his place is Umar Abubakar from Divine Football Academy in Nigeria. Abubakar in, Williams out.
Yeah, Williams has been struggling for some time now.
Here is Abubakar, Light Eke to Abubakar. Here is Okere. Good save again from Traore to deny Nigeria the third. It's Abubakar now, Yamiogo's header. Emmanuel Michael controls. Finds Light Eke. Lovely touch. Here's Ebube Okere. Flag is up. Okere is offside. 4 minutes of additional time. 90 minutes up already. There's a foul on Kamara. Free kick.
4 minutes to find something for Burkina Faso. 4 minutes for Nigeria to hold. 4 minutes between now and that fourth minute hangs everything on it.
Would this be the equalizer? Oh my goodness! Abubakar Kamara is missing from close range. Glorious goal scoring opportunity missed by the Burkina Faso left winger.
What a chance. What a big chance. Kamara leaps well. That has the ball. Nigeria can clear it. Falls kindly to Kamara. And Nigeria had their hearts right in their mouth. And Burkina Faso had their hopes as high as the heavens. And Kamara has just blown it.
Here is a poor clearance coming in from the Nigerian centre-back, Miracle Ogo. Here is Kamara. His effort has gone up high. There's a goal kick. Desperation setting in.
Yeah, it wasn't really setting up for him for the strike, but he was so eager to get the strike away, so he just got underneath the ball. Still some time. You have a feeling there's that one big chance or one moment again. Burkina Faso will be hoping that wasn't the last big opportunity for them.
Long ball in by Yamiogo, and Richard Odo comes out.
Confident.
Yeah, he's been good throughout the tournament for Nigeria.
He really has. That's a really confident stepping off his line to claim it.
So the Nigerian goalie had an announcement in stage of.
Is it Ogo the man of the match, maybe?
The centre back.
Yeah.
He certainly has been awesome.
He's been brilliant.
He's
really
been
has.
great.
Yeah, Miracle Ogo.
Miracle Ogo. For once I thought it was Richard Odo. Nigeria nearly finding the third through Umar Abubakar. Just coming off the bench to add his name to the score sheet would have been remarkable. Burkina probing for the equalizer. Here the goal. Lovely work from Burkina Faso, but again, Nigeria defending with their very lives. Oyebanjo with a header out for a corner.
Yeah, it wasn't particularly the best ball. Cutting it back. Yeah, I'm not thinking it's cutting it back into anybody. The body is looking for the far post. But now there's another corner for them to come again. It's 1 minute to go.
Drisasaurus cross. Here is Ouattara and Ebube Okere. Light is down, beaten to the ball. Lawali clears. 1 to 10 minutes of stoppage time. Clock is fast ticking for Nigeria to become champions of West Africa Zone B. Jeremy, here is Miracle August header. Lankwandi has found Kamara for Burkina right in the box. And again, it is the man of the match, Miracle Ogo, with that miraculous intervention for Nigeria.
And now one more time, one corner. You have a feeling that is the last opportunity. And it's a do it to the goalkeeper. The tall frame has moved up to join it.
Corner is taken. Defended and is a throw-in for Burkina. Ouattara! His effort has gone out. Certainly should be the last kick of the evening. It's a goal kick. Nigeria, a whistle away from being crowned champions of West Africa Zone B. This certainly will be the last kick from Odo. And that's it. The final whistle have gone. Nigeria are champions. They were losing finalists last year in Togo, but they won the competition in grand style in Ghana. The Golden Eagles, the most successful under-17 team in the world, have won the Wafu Zone B Championship under the floodlights in the coastal city of Cape Coast in the central region of Ghana. Full-time Nigeria, emerging champions. They've beaten Burkina Faso.
Tournament has lived up to it in every single game. The best team in the game has gone on to win. There's been only one upset in this tournament of true reflection of games. What a performance, what a tournament, what a campaign they've had, Nigeria. Beating every team that has come their way, topped. And anytime they were down, anytime they were tested, they found a way. Against Cote d'Ivoire, they were down, they found a way. In this game, they were pegged back, they found a way. They have just been the best team in the competition. Burkina Faso just couldn't find their flying colors today. It's been breathtaking.
Nigeria have emerged champions in Ghana after an exciting and highly competitive finals. It is Abubakar Abdullahi Idris who scored a brace for Nigeria to hand them the title. Ouadraogo equalized, but Abdullahi got his second and the match-winning goal. It's been an interesting game that we witnessed. So, a quick clarification. The man of the match is the Nigerian goalkeeper Richard Odo, and not Jeremy Miracle Ogo as earlier stated. So, the championship winning goalkeeper ends himself the man of the match for the finals of this game. He's kept Nigeria in this game. He's been amazing.
Mommy is coming!
Have you packed everything into the car and ready for the picnic?
Yes, ma'am.
Then it's time for Dole!
Dole yogurt. Dole yogurt. Everybody love Dole. It's delicious, creamy, and refreshing too. Mommies love it, and dads enjoy it, and the children, they love it. With a cup of Dole yogurt, with a cup of Dole, with a cup of Dole yogurt, with a cup of Dole.
This advert is FDA approved.
Say, Wabasu. I heard he sold his family land to buy this cow. Oh yes, 30 acres of land.
This year the way ye
Star 500 hash and aroma for a 30 common. A your transaction now. Use the more. Some more, not browse the more. What's it to be in your quenya? I didn't kunim. I want to go so reload.
I took me so I bet me increasing my business no.
Oh yeah. Me the 81 and on 8 year. Tell them your tickets. I'm a winner, sir. Mamma go there. I am on the cocoa. Tessy. Chame payanku. Akono. The penny hips. Galino. Kitsuwe.
We're cool big boy.
Am I?
Abby, to go on so.
1 week later.
Dial star 500 hash now. Meet your weekly 80 money, calls, and data targets to win your share of the over 1 million Ghana cedis cash prizes up for grabs.
I try to go no. My deal.
Hello. Mamina Orata body milk back gel no hu bi enchel. Ye de nnuane bi obi te say milk ne ewo ahyemuma na ema wo honam etoso no me no. Sene me pɛ me hu ni.
Sene me honam eni asifa ay ahometi nti. Orata honey and lime body wash no. Ma me honam eyemre na ema me ho esisi ni nso.
Me say Orata nourishing lotion yi die. Me nti hu jai kra. Ema me honam eni da ho. Na junior nso eni je Orata sodium gel a ewo ne vitamin E ahyemuma.
Mama Jompa.
Wuni say me de me kama ho sisi ni abrokra. Inti me de Orata glow oil no. Sisi ni. Mama huna meni tasa kama na emami enijeni ahofoso abredia
fa Orata nkune ne samina no siesie wo na ma wo huna monye nom.
Idea Sam is Mrs. Makai Wejolo. King Cobam, we our statue plan, or should that borrow unting, and money ejuma, and my home safe from, and I think for appointment, and for master. I am on the 87 with a guy, 82 when you put the straswa. Freedom.
I don't know what's Nemoka, not pursuing Mrs. Actually, come at once. Don't you think about and I'm a habamba, and do not any so sissy, what on one person a year, what was in a tune, put it in Cobam's and Mako.
Tinkondre, who will be at herbal shops at Ben, at 4 Enco herbal shops at Sia, the walk and she.
Hey guys. So it's day 3 of eating well. Fit Squad.
Why are you doing this to yourself?
Cheat day?
Just try Nutri Snacks. It's like cheat day every day, the tasty way.
Made with wheat, oats, and delicious goodness. Nutri Snacks Oats Digestive Biscuits. Tasty goodness. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Say, Wabasu. I heard he sold his family land to buy this cow. Oh yes, 30 acres of land.
Fifia de way ye.
Star 500 hash and arrow for a 30 common. A your transaction now. You feel more, Casa more, not browse the more. What's it be in your queen? I think Kunim. I want to go so reloaded.
And that's go to me so I bet me increasing my business. No.
Oh, yeah. Me the 81 and on 8 year. Tell them your tickets. Number winning, sir. Mamma go back. I am on the cocoa. Tessy. Chame Payanku. Akono. The penny hips. Garino.
Kwaku big boy.
Am I?
Abby, to go on so.
1 week later.
Dial star 500 hash now. Meet your weekly 80 money, calls, and data targets to win your share of the over 1 million Ghana cedis cash prizes up for grabs.
I try to go to know my deal.
And finishing with gold and golden colors, and they'll pick the trophy as well. Listen, I've enjoyed every single game. None of those games in this competition has let us down. We've seen brilliant goals, we've seen brilliant performance, we've seen spirited football matches. And there's the thought, or there's that feeling straight away that Nigeria, maybe after today's game and the way they played, are deserving winners.
Nigeria will be making that representation on the African stage together with Burkina Faso, the two best teams in the competition, finishing top of their respective groups and going on to sell out a very exciting finals.
Yeah. And again, even though Nigeria won and we are saying they deserved it, they had to dig in deep and fight for it. It wasn't an easy fixture for them. It's not as if they blew Burkina Faso away and they cruised to victory like maybe they did against in the semi-final against Cote d'Ivoire. No, it was a hard-fought game. The defense had to stand tall. The defense had to cut out some of those dangerous balls and what have you. It's not been an easy game. Been a wonderful tournament. It's just been a brilliant 2 weeks of youth football that the sub-region can be proud of. So the sub-region has shown that it can put together what is a successful competition. Let's not forget, only a few weeks ago they were in Niger to put together the under-20, so credit to them for doing this as well in a quick turnaround.
The president of the WAFU Zone B and president of the Host Nations Federation, Keto Kreku, lead the delegation from WAFU for this presentation ceremony.
He's done a great job.
He's done a massive job, but at the back of his mind, you'll be thinking his country will not be represented at the African Championship at both the under-20 and under-17 levels, but he'll take pride in the fact that he's been a good ambassador for WAFU Zone B with a successful organization of this competition.
Rightly so. Rightly so. It's a massive experience for these. It's their first major competition at the international level. So all these teams from Niger who left early, Benin who left early, Togo as well, all of them would look back on this competition wherever they get to in their respective careers and have a lot of memories of this one, because the real first time that at an 17 level that you get to experience international games at international level. So hugely important for them, the memory this one brings.
Officials of WAFU and their local organizing committee, distributing the medals amongst themselves before presentation takes place. The Nigerians applauding the Ghanaian team. Bronze medalist, the captain on clutches.
Yeah, Collins
Agyeman.
He's the deputy captain.
Following bronze medal.
Yeah. He's got a great future ahead of him, Collins Agyeman, if he takes care of himself through fire as well. Wonderful defender. Salif, who scored today's winner for the bronze medal. You enjoy it.
Abdul Rashid Al Hassan scored the first goal for Ghana in that victory to clinch bronze. Mohamed Ibrahim started the first game, dropped to the bench in subsequent games. Head coach of the side, Pakwesi Fabian, with his technical team. He's been with his under-17 team for close to a decade. Pakwesi Fabian.
There are speculation that this could be his last time with the Black Starlets on the 17th side of Ghana. One bronze, unfortunately for his side, it's not going to go into Africa.
Time for final day referees to also get their respective medals. Julian Nunu, Ghanaian referee, who is taking over from where his father, the former FIFA referee Thomas Nunu, left off. Like father, like son.
Yeah, he wants to keep that match ball as a souvenir. Got an autograph of the WAFU president on it, hanging onto that ball. These are things you hang in that room or put in a special place in that room to remember. Special day. Great job done by match commissioner now Dofoli. And the referees were spot on today with the decisions they made. Brilliant game we saw. Not decided on referee calls. Allowed the game to flow as well. The officiating in this tournament has been brilliant.
Yeah, it has. No controversies, no talking points about negative decisions against teams. We've seen pockets of incidents where club officials have been agitated, but generally it's been clean officiating in this tournament.
Yeah, it has. The level of officiating at this level has been impressive, really has.
It's time for the runners-up, Burkina Faso, to go for their medals. It will be first your technical team led by head coach Brahima Traore to take a silver medal.
He can be proud of what his team has come out here in Ghana to do. Yeah, it always leaves a sour one in the mouth or in the memory when you don't win the gold, and you always look at the silver and think of what could have been and what didn't work in the game. But the talent he put together and the show they put on display has been massive. Really impressive. Top quality players. He's got there, some of them, and I hope all of them will rise to the very top.
Burkina Faso, they've been resolute. They've been amazing. Their first defeat in the competition, and I'm sure it will be very painful. The defeat that hands the trophy to Nigeria, they take consolation in the fact that they will be in Algeria.
Yeah.
There's a chance for them to play in the World Cup in Peru, and that's a bigger stage for them to exhibit the quality that they've shown here in Ghana.
Yeah, they've got what it takes. You know, Sadore Touare, the man who made that unfortunate mistake that gave away the
this boy, great defending in tournament, Campari.
Massive. Such a massive defender for them. Campari's partnership with Yamiogo has been brilliant. Sheikh Kamara as well has been superb, and everything around this team has been delightful. It's one of those games that you just feel sorry for them that it wasn't to be.
It's time for the champions to walk on for their medals. The Golden Eaglets of Nigeria. I'm sure back home on the streets of Abuja, Lagos, Ibadan, Enugu, Port Harcourt, and the many cities across Nigeria, there will be wild celebrations for the Golden Eaglets as they emerge champions of WAFU Zone B. Time for the goalkeeper, Richard Odo, to take his medal. Then Miracle Ogo, together with his centre-back partner, Jeremiah Olalike. They've been outstanding throughout the competition. Nigeria kept, the same backline throughout the entire competition and never put a foot wrong.
Yeah, they were so good. It was difficult for any of the backups to break into the side. And this boy, the man in the number 4, as you see there, Bata, he just got into the team and he made them thick. Abubakar Idris as well has been a revelation in this knockout stage, semi-final and the final in itself, scoring the goals that has eventually won them the title.
One thing about this Nigerian coach is that he was part of the Nigerian team that won the first edition of the World Championship back in the 80s, and he's a coach now for them to win the WAFU Zone B. Hopefully, he gets to lead them to the world stage and make that record of maybe being the only coach to win the under-17 as a player and a coach.
All the best to him.
All the best to him.
He's got great materials and maybe they can do it.
He was assistant, for this team a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And now he's been handed the job, and he's made a big impact in Ghana.
I mean, Precious Williams is limping on that podium, but I'm sure that pain that he feels at the moment is at the back of his head. He doesn't really care about the pain. What he's focusing on is lifting the trophy that they've worked so hard to win.
It's time for the ultimate to be presented to Nigeria. The champions of WAFU Zone B, the Golden Eaglets, the most successful under-17 team in the world. The WAFU Zone B president with a trophy, and he hands it over to the Nigerian captain, Precious Williams. And Williams will limp majestically to his colleagues.
Only after a photo has been taken with the dignitaries.
Yeah, he wanted the photo. So here goes Precious Williams. He has been that leader that Nigeria needed. He's led by example. Limping. Williams with a trophy. 1-2, and Nigeria are champions of the WAFU under-17 Zone B Championship in Cape Coast. All hail the Golden Eaglets, deserving champions. Cape Coast 2022 champions.
Yeah, they've deserved it from match day 1. They've been brilliant. They saw off Ghana 4-2. They went on to beat Togo 3-1 in the semi-final. After going down by a goal, they rallied back to beat Cote d'Ivoire 3-1. And in this final, they've just shown that they are the best team in the zone. The trophy is theirs. The trophy is in their cabinets once more. Nigeria head to Africa to represent the zone, together with today's finalist Burkina Faso. But with them is the trophy that they fought so hard for. Congratulations to Nigeria.
WAFU Zone B under-17 champions, the Golden Eaglets of Nigeria. You can't take anything away from them. They've been amazing throughout the competition, with their star man Emmanuel Michael scoring some breathtaking free kicks. But today it was Abubakar Abdullah Idris, the hero, with 2 goals that has handed Nigeria the ultimate champions. Nigeria.
Yeah. When you're going to start a tournament, there's always ahead of, and they were one of the favorites even before the start of it. But they needed to really fight hard and dig in deep. Like today's first shot wasn't an easy one for them, but they showed character, great strength.
So all the dignitaries from WAFU, from the Nigerian FA, will take this ceremonial champions photo with the Golden Eaglets.
Yeah. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's just been breathtaking. Congratulations to all the teams that took part in this one. Yeah, Nigeria have won it, but they did really play a part to what has been an incredible competition.
7-team competition coming to an end over 2 weeks. Cape Coast has given us a lot to cheer about. The football has been amazing. The reception has been awesome. And the general atmosphere around the stadium and everywhere has been just fantastic. Champions Nigeria, Wafu Zone B under 17, all over here in Cape Coast, Ghana.
Yeah. And for the start of their young careers now, what it's up for them is just to focus on improving on their ability. Because what we've seen of them is that these are talented footballers. The talent, there's no doubt about it. Now they need to keep their focus. They need to be humble. They need to improve that talent. They need to improve their quality. They need to listen to the manager as they hoist him. They need to put their heads to the work. And they are going to be stars. They are going to be superstars. They are going to be global stars.
And this man here has made the Nigerian Football Federation so proud. His appointment raised some eyebrows back home in Nigeria, but he defied the odds. He's come all the way to Ghana and helped Nigeria to be champions of Wafu Zone B under 17 championship. Champions Nigeria. Again, credit to the local organizing committee for a spectacular competition. They put up, collaborated so well with the marketing department of the Ghana Football Association. The branding has been fantastic. The arrangements have been awesome, and we've had little problems to complain about here for this tournament in Cape Coast.
Yeah, when the tournament is going to start, one of the things you think about is if you're going to have a peaceful and an incident-free competition. This is an incident-free competition that everybody who has been part of it has absolutely enjoyed it. And yesterday, when all of them met, just to have fun before the closure of it, it was just delightful to see. They've put up a great show, put up a great job. They've done a massive job. Coming up for them, though, it's that, Wafu Interclub qualification for Africa in itself, where Ghana would have Ampem Dakwa represented. So they're quickly going on to organize that one. And with what we've seen in Niger and here, there's absolutely no doubts that the President Ketokri-led Wafu administration would put up another fantastic tournament in Abidjan.
And congratulations to IMAX Media. It's been an IMAX Media production in the last 2 weeks. It's an amazing IMAX Media producing these games for Ghana and the rest of the sub-region. Hopefully, more to come after this tournament.
Yeah, congratulations to everybody who played a part, right from the top to the bottom. Massive credit to the production team and the production house, the local organization committee, and everybody, and the fans as well who come into the stadium.
For the fans here, most of them didn't come having the team at the back of their mind to support.
Absolutely.
Many of them supported good football.
Yeah.
Where it swings, that's where they show their support.
It's been amazing.
But in the finals, Nigeria really got some, handful of supporters here backing them than the Burkina Faso side.
I'll tell you why. Because Ghana has lost to both Nigeria and Burkina Faso, but the wounds from losing to Burkina Faso are fresher.